I'm George.
And I'm Bob. We're the Shipping Goblins from Beetle and Grims. Today, we're going to talk about the amazing Map Vault Collection. And with the Map Vault Collection, you get a bunch of gorgeous two-sided maps, all scaled for standard minis.
Yeah, get yours now for the Map Vault Collection from Beetle and Grim, and all the players at your table will be revved up and hyper because the only thing they'll be able to say is...
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Zoinks!
Yeah, do it again.
Zoinks!
Hello?
Who do you think you are?
Yes, Mr. Lillard.
You're just some common.
Yes, sir.
You can't just go off and use my
It's your
voice
thing.
like that. I have rights.
Completely. We just thought...
Wait,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take this right to
yes,
the
sir.
Beetle. Hey, Grim.
Thank you, sir.
What happened?
Matthew Lillard watches our show!
Zoinks!
Double
And hello, we're back. Welcome to Bandit Badgers. We had a few kind of technical problems where we was all just putting wires out the wall and trying to get things working. It was kind of crazy, but we're here. Hello, welcome again. Hello to all our players. How is everyone doing?
Hello, hello.
Hello. Good, thank you.
Good.
Hello. This sounded like a sound test then. Hello, hello.
1, 2, 3.
Hello, hello, hello.
1, 2.
So, you are watching Bandit Badger. Thank you very much for joining us on Twitch or on YouTube if you happen to be watching this in the future. And hello. Welcome to our next instalment of Rise of the Runelords. It's an adventure previously published by THEO. And what we've done is taken the first edition book, and which is this one, this big beast here, and we've converted it into second edition rules, and we're playing that. And we're broadcasting it for everyone to join us. Welcome also, not just to my fantastic players who hopefully you should know, but if it's the first time you've seen them, you'll catch up with these people very soon. These are our character names at the moment. We've got Yelena, Elias, Harrison, Tolkas and Rupp. But also, hello. But also we have some special guest players with us as well. You may remember Ryan from last week's session. Hi Ryan, how you doing?
Hello.
You are still alive. You've made it for another week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did.
And also a special thank you to Theo from Gallant Goblin. How are you?
Hello. Nice to see you all. Your green room is fantastic. The fruit basket, you didn't have to. I really appreciate it.
We didn't.
Bottle of wine, like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
The least you could do.
So,
Thank you for that.
It's a pleasure to have you here. We're going to be doing kind of a bit of a Q&A session with Theo about halfway through the show. And as always, not just to thank our players and to thank you for watching and to thank our guest players, but also to all of our supporters. And you'll see beneath me somewhere, if I can line myself up in the camera, is a little box. And what we've done, we've spoken to our supporters, and we're giving you, our audience, a discount on various things. So after a few minutes, it will rotate, and you'll have different companies offering different discounts. So please do go and check them out. Now, of course, we wouldn't be here without. Well, we would, but just not as polished and not as good. Because of Beetle and Grim. So thank you very much for Beetle and Grim for sponsoring this event. Now, if you didn't know, Beetle and Grim make some fantastic box sets of artifacts and handouts for various Dungeons and Dragons boxes. But they're going to do a brand new Kickstarter, which is a new product for THEO, specifically for Pathfinder, which is the Complete Character Chronicles. I'm losing my voice already. This is not going to be good. Right. So they now have a date. The first date, the opening date when the Kickstarter goes live, will be October the 27th. And that was going to run for 4 weeks, take us all the way pretty much to the end of November. So do check that out, be a part of it when it launches, and we'll have a few special events right here during that week as well. So do kind of check that out. Now, if you're familiar with the Band of Badgers channel, and when we do our live streams, we also do a number of giveaways and all kinds of various bits and pieces. So some part through this episode, we've got a Beadle and Grim t-shirt to give away. We've got a £10 gift voucher for Ed's Gaming Emporium. Don't worry if you're not in the UK, he now ships internationally. So if you're in the States, if you're in Europe, if you're in Australia, just check it out. If you're lucky to win, you can still spend it. It's perfectly fine. We've also got some 30-day premium access codes to Dungeon Fog. You'll be seeing how we use Dungeon Fog, because we'll be using it here for some of our big kind of battle scenes. We should hopefully have a good few fights lined up for you today, if our heroes survive, if I don't manage to kill them straight out of the gate. And I mentioned we're going to have a Q&A, a proper chat with Theo in a bit. Now, also, in the box below me, and in live chat, if you're watching this on Twitch right now, we also have a little bit of audience participation going on. Now, if you know that, whether you know this or not, but the actor Matthew Lillard is a member of Beadle and Grim. Now, he will be joining us in a few weeks' time. So what we've been asking our audience people to do, our audience people, you, the people, the audience, is to vote on what character he's going to be. So you get to choose the race, the class, or rather, sorry, the ancestry, the class, and other little bits along the way. And every week we'll change it up, but you get to vote. So again, keep an eye on live chat. Our moderators are there, and we'll be able to kind of guide you when it comes up. But also the box below me is just fantastic. It has everything in there. So just keep kind of checking it out. Keep one eye on there, one eye on the rest of it, and you get to do that. So let's just see who's in the chat room right now. See if there's anyone we recognise. It's Band of Badgers. That's me. Hello. Who else we got?
I reckon there's a lot of folks in there.
There is. There's a lot. Oh, Bumblebee Bee.
Sean's on. Hello, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
That'll be me.
You're Bumblebee. Hello.
I'm Bumblebee.
It's nice to see you in chat. I can see you in chat and on the screen. That's fantastic.
Is Ashley Warlock? Is that Ashley Warren in there? The one who wrote
Ashley Warren.
Ashley Warlock. I can't tell from over here.
Is it you? Acknowledge. Type in the chat.
It is.
Yeah, Ashley Warren in there.
Wow. Grim Wyvern. Fantastic name.
Hey, Ashley. Thanks for joining us.
Who else have we got? Iron Scarab. Oh, no. Ironic Scarab. That's even better than Iron Scarab. That's fantastic.
So last week we all voted on the best name in chat, didn't we, to give away a Dungeon Fog code?
We did.
Should we do that now?
And Zombies is back. Zombies Ain't My Brain. Thank you very much for coming back. What did he win? Did he also win the t-shirt, or was it the Dungeon Fog?
He was a double winner last week. Yeah, he won a BNG shirt and a Dungeon Fog code.
See, this is the fantastic way about doing stuff. This is... here's the nice thing about having a small, much more I was going to say intermediate.
Intimate.
Working our way up.
Intermediate kind of is true as well. That works out. An intimate audience where you can win not once but twice. You can win, but you do have to dive in. So, Zombies Ain't My Brain. Just because he's got a fantastic name, they won twice. So
sometimes even the moderators win. Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the cheeky moderators do enter the competitions. Even Harrison has entered the competition.
Harrison, yeah.
I've won many times. I've been banned now.
I see some
Grady,
of my good friends
Grady.
in chat over there. There's Grady's in there.
Theo's friends.
Alex and Jack and lots of folks. Last Laugh, all sorts of folks from the channel. It's really nice to see you guys. I feel like you're part of the family. I've been chatting for this on YouTube for a long time. My chat is far away from me. I'm having trouble reading all of it, but I'll try to jump in when I can.
Zoom in. Zoom is your
I'm
friend.
going to buy him some binoculars for Christmas.
Thank you.
Oh, I've just seen the Gallant Goblin details have just come on the screen as well. We've got your YouTube channel listed on there. You'll see it in a few seconds. It will catch up eventually. But we've got more to show you. So again, we'll get kind of like around halfway through. We'll try and remember this time. And we'll do a kind of a Q&A session with Theo from Gallant Goblin. If you have any questions, put them into live chat, and our friendly moderators will kind of make notes of those. If you have questions for me or for the players, or even for Ryan, Ryan's back from Session 0 Clothing.
Ryan.
I did see, Ryan, that I think it was on Instagram or Twitter. Did you hint at a second giveaway?
Yeah, possibly if there's time. I don't want to. Theo's here. It's his week, so I don't want to step on any toes. But if there's time, I'll give away another thing, I suppose.
Cool.
I'm not going to step on you giving away cool T-shirts.
Yeah. Especially if Theo gets one as well. So,
this is true, right?
That's very good. So, let's catch up from where we left off. So, last week's session, our heroes, our band of badgers here, you managed to continue. So, we kicked off in the basement of the glass factory, the glassworks, and you decided to explore the deep, dark tunnels beneath the basement and beneath the town of Sandpoint, where you ran into a new friend, Zamba, just out in the darkness. From there, you found some new tunnels, which seemed to be much older and carved directly into the rock. As you continue to explore, you found what appears to be some kind of man-made structure, or even monster-made structures. Tiled flooring, runes on the walls, and corridors and doors. Much of it was in rubble, but a lot of it seemed to be there seemed to be tracks on the floors that you managed to find. You found a statue, and you managed to have also your first kind of demonic encounter with a creature which had its jaw open up several times. Again, the only way I can describe it is that creature from Blade 2, that kind of vampire thing. And you found your way to an ancient prison with a rickety wooden bridge. You decided to go downstairs to explore further. And from there, the team, you kind of split the party a little bit. You was in the same room, but you still split. And managed to, in your little groups, take on what's called a sin spawn. And you took on one each. And at that point, we kind of ran out of time, and we had to do some other things. So, over to you. What would you like to do now?
We should check them first. Check them for things.
Yeah. Harrison, by the way, sorry. Didn't mean to get you there.
Oh, it's all right. You know, I'm a little crispy, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, it's a splash
I
damage.
wouldn't mind some healing if anyone has some healing.
Well, yes, of course, but I can't stop but thinking to myself, why are these things so much stronger than the ones from before? We got the one upstairs. Remember he turned him into a butthead? Do you remember that one? This one was
good times.
Yes.
in like 2 hits. Do you guys see how crazy that was? That was insane to me. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting stronger.
Mm.
I don't know, but I've got my voice back.
Oh, you shaved.
Yeah.
Rob, you looked a little off last week, but
Yeah,
now
I
you look
don't know.
better.
I have healing, Harrison, if you want some. Not much, but
Well, yes, please. I just want to make sure I'm at reasonable health.
where are you injured, or is it one of those fake ones that you always do?
It's just my leg, I think.
Okay, you sure?
I can't do any more backflips without my leg being in perfect condition.
Okay.
How hurt does Harrison look? Because I can give him a little healing too.
Out of the 20 hit points I have, I have 13.
He's fine.
You're fine. Yeah,
Over
he's
half. What are you complaining about?
I look at the
scraped knee.
yeah, I look at the wound and just go,
Stick a plaster.
yeah, you're fine.
I hand him a rag.
Yeah.
Tokus puts on a voice and go, "This is but a scratch."
You give me a bandana, a bandage to like wrap around my leg or something. you know.
Hardly a bandage, but yeah.
Just for
I've
effect.
told you
look
before, Harrison. Bellyache does not qualify for a day off school.
Oh, Professor, you feeling okay now? You suffered a bit during the last fight.
You
Yes,
took quite a
yes.
few hits.
Oh,
Yes,
he was definitely way more hurt than what you got.
Is the beard okay? I took a nasty scratch to the face, and I'm just worried it may have dislodged a few fibres.
It's all
Your
right from
beard
here.
looks good.
And Zumba, thank you for the heals, and you too, Rob. Yes, that was well timed, and I'm I feel quite embarrassed actually that well, the performance wasn't quite up to par. So, I shall not be as impatient next time. It was my own fault for charging off down the stairs, but you were being a bit slow up there, Harrison, and Tokus. I was trying to move us along. So yes, I apologise. I will do better next time.
I was trying to give my brother an opportunity to show his leadership skills. I will not make the same mistake again.
Well, trying to charge through those creatures proved more difficult than I realised. Harrison is going to look down at the creatures and investigate, or at least look at them in more.
You're going to have a poke around.
Have a rummage.
Yep. Okay. Do a perception check while you're having a search.
So that is a 10 in total.
Can I join him?
Yes, you can. You can assist, or there's actually two bodies. You can kind of pick one each.
Yeah, I'll pick the other one.
Okay.
I'd like to ignore the body and go and have a look around in the cells, if I may.
Yeah, I wanna
try and
I
find
wanna-
a way out of the room.
So
Tokus will accompany the prof.
Elias, you were originally on the left-hand side. So do you want to start on the left-hand side or the right-hand side?
I'll start on the left and work my way round clockwise.
Okay.
Tokus will go with Elias.
I got a
Tokus.
15.
So 15. Okay. You don't find anything of value on them, but what you do notice is that their skin, it's kind of cold and clammy. It's a bit strange. It's almost like their skin is new. They have a glistening to it. It's not, certainly hasn't been out in the sun. It's not weathered skin.
Is it all together? As in, are there seams or anything like that?
No, it's definitely a creature of some kind.
Right.
For those of you joining us in Twitch, this is the picture of what he's investigating. Rock will be able to see that in 20 seconds, but so it's still an ugly thing. The clothes and rags are kind of just hanging off. You can see where the wounds inflicted on it, on the parts of its body that's left. They're really clean cuts. There's no scarring anywhere else in the body.
Very long tongue.
Yes, definitely a very long tongue, and it's just cold, clammy, a little bit moist on their skin. Certainly not the same texture as your skin.
Did these look any different to the one that we fought earlier? The singular one that Tokus made a meal out of?
Yes, from the look of it, you would say it's the same kind of thing. Yes.
Okay, cool. So that they don't look any different. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
So what do we see in the cells?
Okay, so as you
Being
start
alive.
around the bottom of, let's say, the left-hand side of the chamber. So the chamber is kind of like this, almost like a triangular in a way. And it has an upper level, like a mezzanine, which is a wooden bridge going across. Now, along the bottom, if you were standing up there, you would see the chamber below. So it was a way for the guards to keep an eye on the prisoners and to throw abuse or throw food at them or whatever. On either side is a staircase going down. So you're already on the ground floor, and you're on the left side, so you can see these cells. In various parts of the cells, you see piles of bones. Some of the bones are actually still shackled. So you know, this ancient place that you've found and discovered, potentially whoever was in there has been left to starve and rot, and they're just a pile of bones. In one corner there is a pile of skulls. Potentially these sin-spawned creatures have been playing with them or stacking them up. However, you do see one cell. Some of the cells are still closed, some of the cells are wide open. This particular cell, there seems to be someone kind of cowering in the back corner, hiding in the shadows, and they're still moving.
Doesn't look like one of the things we've been fighting.
It's probably still hard to see.
What do I care? The first one we came across, I just went up to it and said hello.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
So
this one is at least behind bars.
Yeah, I'll tap on the bars with my battle axe. Go, hello.
Okay. And
are you okay in there?
Theo, what would you like to apply?
Yeah. Hello. I've got a question for you, if you don't mind. And I don't mean this to be any kind of prejudice or judgment. But
go ahead.
Would you consider yourself an evil goblin-loving cultist or a regular person?
What the heck?
No judgment either way. Completely fine. Just
I am.
out
I
of
could not
curiosity.
cannot speak for my friend Elias, but I am known to split the heads of goblins, unless they are friendly. I had a good goblin friend in my homeland, but if you come at me with an axe, I kill you. But if you don't, I won't.
Luckily, I have no axes. What brings you here to this dank cell? Are you alone?
No, we have our party with us.
I didn't see you there. You're rather short.
Yeah, well, you know, what I make up for in, by lucky night, I make up for in brains, and you know, you won't miss me there, trust me. Anyway, you're behind bars. Perhaps you need to lower down the attitude. We're here. We found some clues. We're from Sandpoint, and there is an army of orcs around here somewhere. I'm afraid I've got a bit distracted because you know, I've learned that this place is actually a Thessalonian temple, which is absolutely fascinating for me and my friends.
Who are you guys talking to?
Oh,
there's a guy.
Again.
There's a guy in this cell. He seems to be locked up. Anyway, no, I'm not rambling.
He's rambling.
He mentioned the Thessalonian blah blah.
I'll cut to the point. There is an army of goblins here, and we have evidence that they are about to lay waste to Sandpoint. So we are trying to put a stop to them. We found this area here, this old Thessalonian temple underneath the glassworks in Sandpoint, and yeah, we're exploring now. We're trying to find some succubus creature that's in this journal, and I'll flip through the pages and show the pictures. We're trying to find this succubus creature because we believe that she may be you know, at the heart of this caper, this plan to destroy the town. What's your story? Why are you behind bars? I mean, these creatures, they want to kill you on sight rather than lock you up, if you ask my opinion.
That's very true. Did you say we're in Sandpoint now?
Yes, that's correct.
Under it.
Well,
Really?
yeah, I think we're under it, right? We're not in it. That's crazy.
Well, under it still, but I'm sorry they brought me here in chains and blindfolded. I didn't know where I was. They captured me. The goblins captured me near Thistletop. Are you familiar with Thistletop? It's about 6-7 miles away from Sandpoint, up on the coast. But you say you're from Sandpoint? Yes. Do you know Sheriff Hemlock?
Yes. I know Sheriff Hemlock. Yes.
Yes. Sheriff Hemlock is the one who sent us here. I'm a member of the Black Arrows. I don't know if you're familiar with us. We operate quite a distance from here, but he sent word about several weeks ago about a goblin clans gathering in the area, and hired out some of our group, the Black Arrows, to come and investigate near Thistletop. and I was with my crew, and they got a bit overwhelmed. I got separated from them, and then a bunch of goblins, and then this one big bugbear they referred to as Brute. I don't know if that was his nickname or his true name, but I unfortunately got captured and brought here. Might you have a way of getting me out? Maybe I could help you get out of this place, if that's possible. My name is Caven, by the way. Caven Windstrike. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I've heard of the Black Arrows. Yes. So, and of course, you know Ch01. So I think you must be trustworthy.
He's a good friend of mine. He owes me 10 gold, but he's a good friend of mine.
He's very bad at gambling. I can get you out.
I'm good friends with him.
Well, let's see if we can find a way to open this cell then.
Well, if you go and why don't you go and search the bodies, Tulkas, and see if you can find a key. That might be useful.
Okay.
As he walks off, I'm going to whip out some lockpick tools from one of my pockets and try and pick the lock.
Go for it.
I will. I'm seeing the professor getting his thieves' tools out, and Harrison would like to give the professor some words of encouragement with his one of his feats. By my word of encouragement. Oh, make sure you do it good this time.
That was his words of encouragement. Make sure you do it good.
Harrison, you need to work on those words of encouragement.
So with the minus
better
2
than
penalty.
the last one.
Yeah, words of off-putting.
Is that a +1?
Well, it depends. I rolled a diplomacy check, so basically, if I succeed, you get some aid.
What do you roll?
So basically, I rolled a 10 for my diplomacy, so +5 is 15. So I think that's a succeed.
Strangely, that is a success. So you get a bonus there.
Okay. So it's a 19 in total.
That's fine. You didn't need the help, but you got it anyway.
It would have been terrible to spend the entire adventure just locked in here.
Elias, I cannot find a key. Oh, was it open?
The lock was rusted. It just needed a bit of oiling, you know, and a bit of
good work, Prof.
Yes.
Did
Kevin, if you'd like to come out of the box, you know, you unbox yourself.
Yes, no, thank you. I'm not quite sure how long I've been here. Have you come across any? I had a short bow. I had a dagger and a rapier. I had some leather armor. I don't know if you've seen anything like that. I'm pretty helpless at the moment.
We haven't, but we can search.
Why don't we search the rest of the room, look in the rest of the cells, and seeing what we can can manage to find. I don't have any armor, but you're welcome to my sling and some sling bolts. You know, I know it's not much, but it's all I have.
If we can't find any gear, something to be able to contribute. Are you fighting your way in or your way out?
Our way in.
Yes.
Oh.
Will a longbow do for you, Caven?
Yes, that'll be quite fine. But they took my gear with me. It may be around here somewhere, but I won't have to pill for your goods.
Yelena will hand over her longbow and arrows.
Thank you kindly.
Just for the time being, you can't have you wandering around here with.
So we'll specifically look around for his stuff.
Hold on a second, Tulkas.
Yes.
You've got the rest of the stuff that we found in the other room.
Oh yes.
In fact, when we dispatched the son, Zuto. I'm all distracted at the moment by this Thessalonian temple. It's quite fascinating. But anyway, before I get
Did
off
you say
track
Suto?
again, Suto, yes.
Is that Ameko's brother?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
He
was.
murdered his father and kidnapped Amiko. He's actually in cohorts with whatever this succubus is, you know. And
What is going on here? Is this to do with the goblins as well?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Is Ameko okay?
Amiko's fine. We sent her back to Sandpoint, and in fact, she sent Zamba here. So this is Zamba. This is our good friend Zamba.
It's a pleasure.
Also a Thessalonian expert.
I want to walk up to Caven, like really intimidating, like full stature, and say, "Hello, I am Zamanala. I am the leader of this tribe. You may have my dagger."
And you're a cat folk, yes?
Yeah, I'm a bald cat folk.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Is your tribe near here?
Oh, yes, you are standing in front of them. This is my tribe.
Ah, sure. Excellent. A
And
pleasure.
then I break a smile and I'm totally just kidding. It's definitely not my tribe. I just met these guys like maybe an hour ago. I don't even know. I lost track of time. Hello, I'm Zamanala. I'm sorry for spooking you. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. We're in a dungeon and it's not a lot of fun, you know? It's not a lot of laughs.
No, I appreciate that. If you had known any black arrows in your day, you know they're a dour, humorless bunch. So a bit of levity is good. A bit of food and water might be good as well. I've been here quite a while.
Oh, I have something. And I pull out like a half-eaten pastry from about 2 days ago.
Looks like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. They say laughter's the best medicine, but I find medicine to be the best medicine and food to be the best food. Thank you. And kind of eagerly eat it down.
Do we find any of his stuff around here, Dave?
So you all go off and kind of search the various cells and things in this particular kind of prison chamber. No, unfortunately, you don't come across anything of use, or certainly Caven's gear.
We found a short bow and a quiver with 20 arrows in on Suto, and that's in your backpack, Tonkus.
I think we gave
That would actually be quite
Prof, your
perfect.
memory is going. You've been hitting the whiskey too much.
Yes, we did give that to him.
You distracted Professor. All this history stuff.
A short bow would have been perfect too. It's my weapon of choice.
Don't worry, we will find your stuff.
So how dark is it down here, David, at the moment?
Well, you still have your 2 torches. Other than that, it was pitch black in here.
Okay, so I was fighting with one hand with a rapier and the other with my torch, so I'm going to be going around with the torch looking around to see if I can see any potential exits or entrances.
Yep. And well, the exit was... So you came in through a doorway, and then remember there was a kind of a rickety platform, and that took you east into a separate corridor. But instead of going through the east corridor, you decided to go down into the room. So if you climb back up, you can exit that way.
I'm going to say, should we go back up and then walk across the rickety platform thing and see if it goes down another corridor or something? There might be a door.
Yeah, how high up is that?
It's not too high. It's probably about 10 foot. It's just outside the room. Just above the cells. The cells aren't massive.
Does the rickety thing have a railing on it?
No.
Okay. Who's holding torches? Is it just Harrison and...
It was you, Rupp.
Oh, right. I have light.
You spent a lot of time on my shoulders last week.
Okay, yes. I remember. I've seen. So I'll cast... anyone else want a torch, at least? Anyone else want light? Yeah, I have you got anything on you that is small?
Little toe.
I can give someone my metal flute for you to...
Oh god.
You and that bloody flute.
You wanted it, you've got it. You're trying to give it away.
I've got some more torches in my
pack.
pack.
I think everyone's got some torches.
Yeah, I'll just cast light on one of my silver pieces and give it to Theo. Theo's Craven.
Harrison looks disappointed after almost handing the flute to be, set light in pure light.
Yeah. So it glows with like this slight purple glow, and it's about 20 feet wide.
Oh, that's good enough, isn't it?
So being underneath this walkway, does it look like you keep saying rickety, but does it look like something that could potentially break if there was too many of us up there?
The planks of wood, just because of age, have kind of warped. rickety, creaky, that kind of thing from first inspection. You were perfectly fine when you was up there anyway, but you didn't go down that route. That was all. Exit stayed right.
Right, Tulkas is going to go up the stairs and across the rickety platform. He's just going to step carefully, though. In fact, he's going to crawl across the platform, and you'll notice that he doesn't like it very much, especially because there's no handrails, and he's crawling across on his hands and knees.
What, are you scared of the heights or something? You can't land on your feet?
Someone, shush, just let me go. I need to concentrate.
Okay, everyone, please stay completely silent while he crawls across this bridge.
Do you think we need to rate him at the end of this?
Maybe.
What's at the other end of it?
So you're perfectly fine. So as you kind of take your tentative steps out and get onto your hands and knees and slowly crawl, you do see that some of the planks of the wood have come away from the kind of the bridging aspect of it, the struts and things. But you're perfectly fine. They creak, the dust trickles down from below you.
Yeah, but you notice that Tulkas is sweating a lot more than someone who'd just be worried that it's a rickety bridge.
You're putting on a good show. They're looking at your backside at the moment as you walk across, as you crawl across. But you make it to the other side, and the other side is the same kind of tile flooring. It looks maybe it's a 5 foot wide corridor, like most of them are around here so far, about 20 foot long, and appears to open up into a slightly bigger chamber.
Right, well, as soon as I get there, I'll like step onto the flagstone bit and be like, I hope we do not have to go back that way.
Hello, Tulkas. Is it okay for us to cross? Can we speak again now, please?
Yes, come across. It's perfectly safe. I was just testing it.
Oh, that's a strange way to test it. Usually you would like jump and stuff and like make a lot of weight and see if it breaks. That's how you usually test it.
Oh, do not mention it breaking, please.
It's like 5 feet up. What the heck?
So, Harrison is going to attempt to try and jump up and climb up the rickety bridge.
You don't have to climb up.
Below.
Just take.
This should be good.
Let's go.
If people in chat would like to put a bet on what the outcome of this is going to be,
Love some of that action.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to I see something, a challenge to challenge myself at. So, do you want me to do acrobatics or athletics?
Do an athletics. If you're going to go for it, then you're going to go for it.
Okay, so that's an 18 plus 3.
Yeah,
so 22.
you did it. That's fine. You leap up, get on top of the bridge, and make your way quite confidently, strutting across. What's the problem here?
Well done, brother.
I say
made supper last time.
I say, Tulkas, it was easy. I don't know what the problem is.
No problem. Let's just carry on. Come on.
Hayden wants to just desperately look around to make sure that there's no boxes or anything that might have his gear stowed nearby.
Okay.
Before he leaves this area.
I like the way everyone's kind of tentative about this bridge. I'm like, oh, there's a bridge.
I'm walking straight across. So.
Yeah, Yelena's gonna just go straight over.
Yeah. So you've seen Tulkas and you've seen Harrison. Everyone else, and then everyone just kind of makes their way across the bridge. It's been fine. It's held up. It does creak and crack, but it's perfectly fine. So you'll manage to get through the corridor, and the corridor is a short walk, and it takes you up into a much larger room. Now, the much larger room, however, contains several what appear to be ancient relics, and they also appear to be various torture implements. Although their function and style seem a bit strange and archaic, in one corner sits a kind of round cage with spikes protruding inward from its various iron bars. In another one, it seems to what appears to be like a star-shaped wooden frame. Its surface is studded with small hooks, probably just to keep you on there. The centre of the room, there's a long table covered with various leather straps and a number of I guess you would say, cranks that seem to make the table rotate and swivel.
I do
Sounds
not
like a
this
Saturday
room.
night to me.
In the east wall, there is a door, and it's closed. In the south wall, there is a door, which is closed.
Is there any... if we search the room, is there any, like, boxes or anything, or containers
No.
that might have gear in that have been taken?
The only
from
thing
someone?
that seems to have survived in this room is this big kind of stone wooden table in the middle, and the various implements are all kind of heavy iron, which have just kind of aged and there's chains and hooks and various things hanging on the wall. A lot of the stuff is boxes and barrels and vases and those kind of things, which just kind of deteriorated, smashed many years ago.
Can Tolkien listen at the south door? Do a perception.
Go for a
Unnatural
perception.
20.
Yeah.
Hey.
Damn, why couldn't I
Fantastic.
save that for battle?
Fantastic. So you hear nothing. You hear nothing.
You're sure you hear nothing?
Yeah,
You are absolutely sure
There
you
is
hear
nothing
nothing.
in this room making any noise.
It's better be nothing,
there a
nothing
handle?
in there than torture
Yeah,
equipment.
Try the handle.
Tolkus. Oh,
Yes.
I'm speaking in your voice, Tolkus. Oh.
Do
Tolkus,
not
brother,
take
I
the
think you
Mickey,
should
brother.
smash the door down with your boot.
You'll try the handle first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am not a blunt instrument, brother. I have
Ah.
at least 2 brain cells, and I try the handle, see if it's open.
Okay, so you try to handle it. It opens. You open the door. It's what appears to be like a very old study. There are crumbling remnants of several chairs. There's a long table and various kind of clutter all over the floor. However, in the southern wall, there are 3 stone doors. Each door is bearing a symbol, which appears to resemble a 7-pointed star, like that.
They've all got the same symbol on them.
Yep.
Prof, is this your area of expertise?
Well, that's the same symbol that was on the statue outside, the statue of Elagnes. That's a Sihedron. So this does confirm that we are in fact inside a Thessalonian temple. I'm not quite sure what they mean, but it's definitely a Thessalonian symbol. So, do you have any more information, Zemba?
Do I? DM?
Not at the moment. There are various. This is some kind of study, so there are various books that seem to be, completely deteriorated. So you can have a good search around if you want to. There's nothing immediately that springs to mind.
Would I know what kind of room this was? Like, if there was any other purpose than just like a basic study?
It certainly appears to be a study. The strange thing is why you would potentially have the 3. If you were sitting at the desk, you'd be facing the door. Why would you have 3 doors behind you?
Is it actually like looking out to the torture chamber?
Yes. So there's another door in front, but if that was open, they would see directly into the torture chamber. So is their office, desk, study.
Is there anything that's like out on the desk that's open already, like something that something that looks newer?
Do a perception check.
It's an 11.
Okay, so you scrabble through. You do see the writing on the various papers that are out. A lot of them covered in dust, various stains. But you do see, as you're kind of rummaging through the different papers on the desk, a number of images, and they all seem to be some kind of creature deformities.
Are they similar to the ones that are in that journal?
No. The Suto's journal, do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
was more about one particular person.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
This is things like diagrams, medical diagrams, before and after photos, creatures such as rats, babies, humans, goblins, but with
like the
really
Sin Spawn,
extravagant. Sorry, what was that?
There's nothing like the Sin Spawn there, is there?
No, not in this work.
If I go and look at it, does it appear like there's any images of maybe human or humanoid-looking people with like demonic parts on them, like arms or legs, anything like that?
Not in this selection, no.
Oh.
There's definitely, what appears to be humanoids. There are goblins and other kind of sentient creatures.
I would like to detect magic.
Okay.
You said there were 3 other doors that we went into this room, right?
Yep.
At the back, there's
There are
3
three
stone
doors behind the desk.
And do they look like they can be opened? They're not like they're okay. Harrison will attempt to try the first door on the left.
Okay. So as you open the door, there's a big kind of metal handle in a stone door, and there's a big kind of clank as you open it up. It doesn't open inwards; it opens outwards. Inside is a single skeleton of what appears to be a badly deformed humanoid.
So maybe the things that they were experimenting on are locked up in these rooms. Maybe those are the experiments.
Well, as you kind of peek around into this particular room, you notice that, yes, you could be quite right. In this room, the what's left of the skeleton appears to have 3 arms.
How big is
That's
the
handy.
room?
The room is a 5 foot square.
And it's completely enclosed.
Completely enclosed. There's no windows, there's no air vent, there's no plumbing, there's no drain. You can see various scratches and things all over the wall. Any refuse that was there is just deteriorated into sort of muck and slime and is on the floor.
Is it like a humanoid shaped skeleton?
Yes, it could certainly well pass for human.
Just with 3 arms.
Just got, you count the bones, you look at them and see, there's 3 hands.
I think we should be
3
cautious
arms going to the
opening
body.
any more doors.
Professor, did you say this was an old Thessalonian temple?
Yes, I did, and that Hedron is one of their symbols. And there is a statue just outside the room where we found you. It's of Alagenes, who is, as Zamba told us earlier, a High Lord, and she followed Wrath. I believe, if my studies are correct, that the magical schools, abjuration and conjuration that we have in our own magical hierarchy, they took the form of the 7 deadly sins, and the iconology and the symbology of the Sahedron with the 7 blades, I believe, is linked to their magic, which is around the 7 deadly sins. So Wrath is obviously the temple, this particular temple's dedication or path.
Do you think someone's using this temple for its original purpose, or just taking over the space because it's a convenient location?
It worries me that they may be continuing with these experiments. What we've seen so far appears to be old and a little untouched maybe, but these creatures outside that felled me, they haven't been here for that long. They're not ancient. They've not been here since the Thessalonian Empire fell. These are something new.
Maybe
Quite
that's
right.
why
This gnome's got quite the big brain on him.
he's the smartest man I know. Maybe that's why they're getting stronger. Maybe they're just getting better with their experiments. Maybe the first one was like a fluke, and they were like, "Oh, get out of here, you fluke!" And we found it. You made him a butthead, and then we found the newer ones with Caven here. What if we opened up one of these doors and there's like a super one, and we just can't beat it? What happens then, guys?
We be careful.
I'll beat it single-handedly, guys. Don't worry.
I have a feeling that I was going to be the next one experimented on. Maybe if y'all had come a day later, I might have had 3 arms.
But 3 arms could be
very
really
handy.
cool, though.
Not if you're just a skeleton, though.
We'll call you 3-arm Caven.
But he only
I've been
has
called
one.
worse.
Harrison will attempt to open the middle door.
I'll stand
Okay.
behind him, ready to, just in case.
Same thing again. You grab the handle, and there's a bit of resistance, and chink, it goes in, and then you pull back the door into the room. In this one, there is more bones. However, this one has a kind of enormous misshapen skull, like the eye socket has been stretched. There are like extra add-ons to it, and with almost like a tail to the back of the skull, maybe. But again, stains and slimy bits on the floor, claw marks into the tiles themselves.
I don't like this place. This place is evil.
It's scaring me.
I think there's a
Yes.
tail
That's
behind
right,
this one.
Rob.
Calm down, Rob. It'll be okay.
So, I think the only one left is to open the 3rd door, I think.
Okay,
And
so
Harris opens the 3rd door.
Knock an arrow just in case.
Harrison's a very
So-
smart cookie.
you go up to the door this time, and this one, the handle is a bit tougher to move, so you put 2 hands on it and kind of push down, because everyone's watching you now. So you push down.
Put your back into it, brother.
And then ka-choom, the lock breaks, and you pull the door open. And in this one, you find more bones. However, this kind of misshapen skeleton, the rib cage is extended. So it's a humanoid, but rather than having the normal number of ribs, these ribs kind of go down. It's like a double set of ribs, and almost joining with the pelvis below. Below the pelvis, it's almost like the legs have been stunted. Not like dwarven legs or goblin legs. They've actually been kind of shrunk or compacted somehow.
This is not good.
So, did you find what you're looking for? Ready to head back up?
We need
Sorry,
to
Zamba,
find.
did you mention you did detect magic?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So while this is going on, you kind of have a glimpse around the room from time to time, and you do notice something at the foot of one of the kind of destitute bookcases. There is a faint glow.
Can I tell what it is? I don't know.
It
if it works
appears
like
to be. You go and have a rummage. It appears to be a scroll.
Okay. I grab it.
Okay. What we do, so in the Badgers games, to kind of speed up time, rather than when you find treasure, we'll tell you the value. When you find a magical item, we'll generally tell you kind of what it is, so you don't have to kind of use identify or things like that. So you have found a scroll of flaming spheres.
Or help kill things with fire.
Is it flaming spears or spheres?
Spheres.
Not spears.
Spears.
Spheres.
I want to hand it to the professor.
What have you got there, Zimba?
Oh, I don't even know. I think it's a scroll, maybe, of a spell. The flaming sphere spell. I don't know. I feel like maybe you'll be better off with this thing than I will. I don't know. I don't really know much about it, and I don't really, I like to read more than learn more spells and stuff. I think I'm just a little under the weather. This temple is kind of making me nauseous.
Yes, it wasn't quite what I've expected, and maybe the point of my obsession has a slightly more sinister taint than I expected. I do feel the same way, but I thank you for the scroll. Yes, I will study it at first opportunity and see if I can make something more of it. Maybe add it to my repertoire if I can. decode the arcane nature.
Oh, definitely. But for now, maybe we should like head back. You know, this seems to be like a dead end to me.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think maybe heading back to the statue. There was a couple of other ways to go there. This feels like a storage for victims, and then maybe some place to perform these gruesome medical rituals. I don't know. I agree. We
Was
need
there
to get
another
back to the
door?
start.
There
was another door in the torture chamber. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Should we try this one? Ladies first.
You want me to open it?
Why not?
All right.
Yeah, equal opportunity.
Okay, so this
the
is
door and try and open it.
You step back into the what appears to be the ancient torture room.
Yeah.
The door on the east opens up. Straight as you open up the door, there is a staircase leading down into the darkness.
Oh, lovely.
We want to keep going down in this hellhole, or do we want to try and get out?
I'm not sure we have actually explored this entire level. There was another way to go.
There was.
Yes, back before the wooden platform.
Can we see if there's like any like foot markings in maybe like the dust on the ground to see if there's been recent walking through this doorway?
I'll let you do a perception check. Yeah.
Ooh, 16.
Yes. There is, while there is dust and dirt and kind of just usual general underground dustiness, you do notice it has been shifted around, and there is markings on the steps that you can see. It does appear that the stairs have been used.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, we could definitely go check out the other stuff, but it also looks like maybe somebody was down this way too. Do you guys see this?
Yeah.
Good spot. Good spot. Are they goblin sized footprints, or are they bigger?
Yes, they could be goblin foot sized.
Okay.
Do they look like that? Those sort of, if I remember the last time, there was sort of like a shape with like a bent back foot or something. Unless I think I might be getting campaigns mixed up. It's been a long week.
I feel like you're getting campaigns mixed up. I feel like that might have been Tuesday.
I think that may have been the sin spawn feat, right?
Potentially, I don't know. Yeah. Either way, okay. I say we head on downstairs, but Caven seems eager to get up. But
Well, no. I just it's not really my normal forte. I'm usually off patrolling the mountain passes along the coast looking for ogres. But I mean, if this is truly under Sandpoint, we will need to clean it out to make sure that nothing hurts the folks of town. They're not ready for something of this nature out there. So I say we forge ahead.
We're still looking for your equipment, so maybe
that would help too.
Maybe we will look out ahead.
Priority is finding Caven's equipment, I think.
And
no, it's not that
these
important.
goblins.
It's not like magic items or anything. It's all replaceable, but still, I worry about what's going on down here. I was just investigating. Yeah, I was just investigating the goblin gatherings. I don't know about all this.
Back outside behind the torture chamber before we actually went in the first time, was there another like hallway or a doorway out there that maybe we could go check quick?
If your notes.
Yeah, there was, I think.
Yeah, I think there was.
It was
because
three
we
other
went
ways
one
to
way
go
towards.
outside.
Yeah, we went one way towards the wooden thing, didn't we? But there was another way to go. But we might as well go check this out first, I think.
We can always come back.
Yeah, can always come back.
I think should I go ahead and sneak like before, or does anyone want to?
Alright, sneaking ahead, Rup. I mean, you seemed a bit unnerved.
Yeah.
You want me to slide you down the stairs, Rob?
I
Slide.
don't mind accompanying you, Master Rob.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hold my
I
hand.
don't normally mind being in the front, but I'm just wearing rags, so I'm a bit of a squishy target right now.
Yes,
Don't
you
worry.
should stay at the back just in case.
Harrison will help, and I will be sneaking with them.
Okay.
Sneaky.
So yeah, we'll try and be as quiet as possible, I guess. Us three with the other three like 10 feet behind, maybe.
Yep.
Other
Yeah.
4, sorry.
Making as much noise as possible. No.
Jingle jangle, jingle jangle.
I can step
Down we go.
lightly.
Okay, so who's first? Who's taking the lead? Who's point?
I think I'll let Harrison go first.
Is it one person at a time down the stairs, Dave?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be aiming my rapier forwards and in a charge motion, but obviously sneaking, but you know, a
Okay.
riposte.
Is it
type
not
pose.
torch first?
Yes, well, torch first, and yeah, basically 2 arms out with rapier and torch.
So if someone's down there, they won't hear you coming, but they'll see you. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is-
Good stuff.
Did anybody can you guys see in the dark like I can? Do you guys have cat eyes?
Nope.
No.
No, we don't
Just
have
coin.
these skills.
If you want, I can just go down a little bit so that way you don't see the light.
It's scary. Are you sure you're okay?
I mean, I got my little padded toes. I'm not very loud.
Yeah, of course. I'll be happy with anyone volunteering to go first.
Just scout, then come back and tell us. Don't
Oh,
do
yeah, of
anything
course.
heroic.
I definitely won't. That's crazy. I'm wearing robes. Are you nuts? What the heck?
I let Zamba come in front.
Okay, so Zamba, you're going to take point.
Yeah, I'll just go down like a little bit ahead of them and just check around the corner or the bottom of the stairs and then head back up.
Okay, so as you go down the stairs, you start to kind of go out of their light,
Quite
and your
lightly.
eyes become accustomed to the darkness. It is a pitch black staircase as you go down. Continues for maybe 25, 30 feet downwards. Some of the stairs are uneven, but it does open up into, so you can see kind of the room as you're coming down the stairs. It appears to be a room. It opens up into a much bigger room. One end is kind of oval, if you like. So that's where my chair starts getting all creaky now. The ceiling.
Yeah, the chair. Nice.
It's the chair, yeah. So the ceiling is arches up into like a vaulted height of about 20 foot. It's the largest room you've seen so far. But as you were stepping down the stairs, getting closer to the room, you could feel the temperature dropping. So it's very, very cold in this room. The floor contains maybe 11 wooden pallets, just kind of strewn around the room, kind of haphazardly. And from the darkness, as your eyes are adjusting, you see ahead of you, maybe in the middle of the room, is a small figure, and he seems to be he's got a large stick, and he seems to be poking something. Further down, maybe there's a pit in the middle of the room, and you can see him kind of disappear, his arms disappearing every now and then into the floor, and he's kind of laughing and giggling as it kind of pokes this thing down. However, there's also echoing in the chamber of this slow shuffling sound, and kind of low moans are echoing around. It's just every now and then, just these echoes are going through. It's probably the same echoes and moans you could hear throughout your time below the ground, but here it's very kind of contained. But then the figure kind of looks up, kind of sees you, and you can see this kind of all this row of kind of sharp teeth, and this drool peering out of his mouth. It's just dripping on the floor. That was a bit too much. And starts to kind of stop poking what he's doing and starts coming towards you quite fast.
I want to turn and run up the stairs.
Okay. You
Did
get
it
to the
look
top of the
like-
stairs?
Did it look like a sin spawn or did it look like a goblin?
No, it looks like a goblin.
Okay. So as I start running up the stairs and I see the torchlight and I say, yes, so there's goblins down there. I only think I saw one though, but he's coming after me, so get ready.
Do we hear the stuff?
I say, so Toka says,
You do.
stand by the side of the entrance to the stairs. We will ambush.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. I like
Get ready.
past them to get to the back of the group.
I hold
Let
out
him through.
my rapier forward, and as I walk down the stairs.
Oh, well, you get. Why don't we just wait and see if he comes up?
He's going to
Oh,
walk
yeah.
down the stairs.
Just grab. No,
I was thinking we
grab
stand
Harrison
either
and
side of the stairs, and then as soon as something comes out, we just hit it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Everybody
Harrison
get back
decides
in the
to
room.
go, ha
No, Elena's grabbing Harrison.
Harrison's saving the day.
Toka stands to the left-hand side of the stairs.
Okay. So bursting into your room as it clambers up the stairs, is this goblin, and it's got
Goblin.
3 arms. In each arm, it has a different kind of weapon. In one arm, it's got basically a long sword. In one arm, it's got a silver dagger, and in the other arm, it's got a hand axe. And it bursts into the room, but I will give you first strike. So who's on either side of the door?
I was on the left-hand side of the door.
Okay.
Harrison was on the other.
Doorway, as it were.
Okay. You both get an attack of opportunity. A surprise attack. Go,
was
go.
I in the other, or was I in the middle?
Elena had grabbed you and probably dragged you to the
Dragged
left
you
side.
away, so you can't attack because you've been dragged away.
No, I haven't dragged him
19
that
to
far.
hit, Dave.
Say that again, Tonkus?
19 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
Right, and he takes... should know this off by heart by now, shouldn't I? He takes 12 damage.
Okay. Here we go, 12 damage. Nice, good hit. Who's on the other side of the door? Or was it just Yelena dragged Harrison away as he decides to
I think
go
Elena
downstairs?
is on the other side of the door. She just made sure that Harrison stayed on the opposite side. So he could do the stabby, but...
I'm doing a scrappy do, like, let me at him, let me at him.
It's like, now you can go.
Go for it.
Yelena gave me a longbow. Somebody else gave me something, didn't they?
I gave you my dagger.
Yeah.
Dagger. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Elena would like to cast Electric Arc at this thing,
Yeah.
if she could. So she will reach her staff out, and you need to make a reflex save.
Reflex. I got a 4.
That'll be a no. You failed.
Okay, you failed. Go then.
You can take 7 points of electrical damage. As a spark just leaps from my staff onto, I don't know, maybe
Okay.
it's dagger.
What's the jump? Of the...
Offhand, I can't. I can do it from 30 feet.
Okay, but does it jump to anyone kind of standing 5 foot next to him?
I have the choice of that, so it can jump to a second person, but it's not
Yes,
like Acid Splash.
Okay, fantastic.
I've learnt menace.
Oh
Okay.
damn, we like
So-
random spells.
you both get your attacks of your surprise attacks. Where now everyone is going to roll initiative.
Initiative.
Ooh, that's fun.
Perception?
Yes, it is.
Perception-based initiative.
Or stealth sometimes, right?
Okay, we'll go around the
Or
table.
maybe
Harrison.
reflex.
So mine is 13.
Oof.
13. Yelena.
26.
Well
Nice
done.
one, Elena.
Caven.
A natural 3 for a 14. Rogues.
Nice.
Not
Right.
bad for a 3.
Pretty
Bloody
good.
hell.
Cool. Rup.
25.
Nice.
Well done. Tolkus.
17, it's 11 plus 6.
Zamba?
7.
So,
Lucky number 7.
We'll see.
yep.
You got any of that
Elias.
sandwich left, Ryan? I'm hungry.
11.
I don't. I have some French fries left though. Do you want those? There's sweet potato fries.
Oh, they're good.
Are they fries or chips?
Top of the round.
So I've quickly drafted this into the map if you do want to use Dungeon Fog.
Yeah, let's have a butcher's.
Yeah.
Okay, let's swap it over. Let's see if the nope, it all moved. Could you? The map changed. Right, let's have a look. So, just for the viewers, I'm just going to move the map around so everyone can see. So you just have to ignore the pluses. It's just where Steve has created this in Dungeon Fog, but it's right up against the left wall. So, unless Steve, you can move it into the center of the browser.
I can't because it is right up against the edge of the map because we weren't having this room.
Yeah. That's
So,
what happens when your players do something.
Yeah, and all the players stop refreshing. I'll unfreeze you in a minute. I'm moving your windows around.
Refresh, refresh, refresh.
So you can see the I'm assuming it's the southern door there. You got Yelena and Tonkus. Oh no, you've got it there. Okay, you've done it that way. The eastern door. Fine.
It's alright, I can see it in my imagination.
Emission. There we go. Right. So Yelena, you're up.
It worked last time. I'm going to do the same.
Do it
thing
again.
Yes,
Fantastic.
a reflex save, please.
And no, failed again.
Cool.
Great.
Well, you're getting there.
I'm getting there. It's warming up. I'm saving the high numbers.
That'll be 6 points of damage this time.
Cool.
As she just basically the staff
You
doesn't seem
zap
like it
it.
stops charging. It's just gone again.
Okay. So you hit him with the lightning
Yeah.
spell again, and you can see he's got really angry now. It's twice that you've zapped him, and he turns around, and as he turns around, all this stuff that's pulling out of his mouth is actually blood. It's just dripping out of it. But now you can clearly see here the 3 limbs are all over him. He's kind of got a hunchback as well, and each arm has a different kind of weapon. He just kind of focuses on you like. You can see as well that he's trying to speak, but he can't. Okay,
Sorry for
Rupp,
what
you're
they've
up.
done to you.
We'll put him out of his misery.
Rupp, you're next.
Okay.
Followed by Torkus.
Rupp would like to go out, like kind of go between, I don't know who I'm next to, but between someone's legs probably, and just roar at him. I'm gonna cast fear.
Go for it.
Will save, please.
A will save. Okay. I got a 16.
He fails, so he gets two levels frightened.
Wow, okay. Is that going to force him to flee with that one, or is he just going to count?
Not quite, no.
No, it's something like -2 to all his rolls and something else.
To all checks, yep, and DCs.
And attack rolls.
Wow.
Is it attack rolls as well?
No, it's not attacks.
Rolls,
yeah.
This one says, the condition says no to attacks.
Yeah, so, he gets like, it goes down by 1 every turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my turn, I think.
Okay,
Might move back a bit. If I can.
You can't
Stay under my
because
legs.
you'd be off the map.
Okay, cool.
So now it's the goblins' go.
Oh wow, you rolled high.
Yes.
No,
Oh, sorry. No, it's Torkus. Torkus.
Oh,
was in there before.
thank you very much. I will power attack him with my battle axe.
Go for it.
I roll. It's the same as before. It's a 19 to hit total.
Yeah, that hits.
And he takes 4 plus 6, which is 10 plus 4, which is 14 damage.
Oh, blimey. Right, hold on. Okay, that was a huge hit, but it is still alive.
Sorry, I've got one action left, so I raise my shield.
Okay, and then you put your shield up. You see him kind of like pull back, trying to look at his limbs. He drops a couple of the weapons and using the strange arm that appears to be coming out this hump on his back, trying to kind of stifle the wound. And he's all kind of misshapen and bent over. It's very kind of, even to look at him is quite disturbing. But then he kind of puts his attention back on Yelena across the room. Yes, across the room. And he kind of like, with the last bit of strength that he's got, he's like, and you can see his chest getting kind of bigger, as if something's going on, and there's a rasp in his voice, and he vomits this spew of stuff that travels across the room. Let's see if I'm not sure if this will work. Let's try it.
You never know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's kind of
wet.
So can you do a reflex for me, please? You just need to be you need to be 13.
Natural 20.
Oh,
yeah.
At least 25.
Well done.
Everyone save, or is it just Yelena?
No, it's well, actually, according to the map, who is that? Harrison next to Yelena.
I put Harrison in the line of fire.
Okay, so Harrison, please also do a reflex saving throw.
So that is 8 plus. Probably fails, but 8 plus reflex, 9, so 17.
17. You made it.
Excellent.
Right, you 3, 4, 5. You both take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
As this acid vomit is spewed all over you, just going over your feet and your boots and stuff. So you didn't really take much, but you can feel it kind of. It's a bit hot and smelly. Not very nice at all. Next up,
Harrison's leg wound.
Yeah,
yeah.
It goes back on the same area, and I do like
into the bandage.
And now you've contracted another disease.
Next up is Caven.
Caven, okay. So the first thing you noticed when Caven first noticed this creature, his eyes kind of got wide, and he kind of says under his breath, "Coriolis?" Is he flanked on, looking at the map, me and Tokus, we have him flanked there?
Yep.
Does that make him flat-footed in 2E? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to take some stabby stabs with my dagger that was kindly gifted to me and try to get some sneak attack. So let's roll that. First attack's a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
And
slightly.
That'll slightly hit. That'll be max damage, 8 damage, plus I think it's a d6 for
sneaky,
which is an extra 2.
And it's the first kill of the session.
Yay!
Goes to the cursed player. Well done. How do you want to finish him?
Just Caven's eyes go wide as he sees this creature that he seems to maybe recognize, but he seems uncertain. And in this fashion, you can see he has his dagger already out and just slits right across his throat. And you see, and the creature has like the 3 arms, and you see him drop the 3 weapons as he crumbles to the ground, but just quick as a dash, just get him right across the throat.
Very clean.
Well done.
Training.
Well done, Master Caven.
Well done.
I recognize this creature when I was doing my observations out in Thistletop. This creature is one of the Goblin heroes. What's the name? The name of the tribes. Any of you experts on the Goblin tribes in this region?
No, sorry.
Most of us are new to this region.
I am as well, but I've been doing a little bit of investigation. I think it's the Seven-Tooth tribe, if I'm not mistaken. He's one of the heroes of it. But when I saw him, not too terribly long ago, he didn't have the 3rd arm. He was just a brazen, obnoxious goblin who thought he was the best of his kind. I wonder what brought him here, so this is something new.
So it does confirm that these experiments are starting up again. They are continuing. This is not something from a long time ago.
No, I mean, I don't know how long I've been down here, but it hasn't been that long. But I just saw him a few weeks ago, at the most.
They are making themselves stronger.
Well, they were down.
Sandpoint.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Sandpoint is in danger. If the goblins are gonna come out like this, it's one thing to fight off a horde of goblins. It's another thing to fight off a horde of monstrosity goblins.
Caven, did something happen to Thistle Point, like happening in Sandpoint, or is Thistle Point all well?
Thistletop.
Thistletop,
Are you familiar
apologies.
with it? Have any of you been there before?
I have
It's quite
not.
an unusual little island off the coast, about 6 miles up, just past the Thistle River in the Nettlewood. If you've never been there before, it's a very unusual little island out in the ocean. That's connected from the mainland to the mainland with this rickety old bridge, and I think normally it's just a architectural terrain curiosity, but Hemlock reported that some goblins had been gathering there, and more than one goblin tribe. There's 5 in the area, to my knowledge, and they don't normally work together. But it seems like something or someone is gathering them up and controlling them. I don't know if mental or magical control or just the power of personality, but that's where they were gathering, up in Thistletop. That's what I was investigating when I got captured.
We heard drums on the first attack.
You heard what?
Drums. The drums. They
Drums.
They made them crazy. It seemed.
First attack. What was this first attack?
Sandpoint was attacked.
They were.
Yesterday.
And we helped out, but there was drums in the distance that seemed to drive them into some sort of frenzy.
I don't know who's leading them. There was the bugbear that I heard referred to as Brute. I don't know. I don't
Phasmus.
think it was him. Maybe.
Phasmus. It's here in Suto's journal. It was when you said Thistletop. It rang a bell. Look, it's here. Thistletop Shrine is where Nuala's father's remains are. So the
Nuala,
goblins
who's
must have been-
Nuala?
Well, Nuala was a daughter of Tobin. Tobin was the priest who was slain in the church in Sandpoint before it was burnt to the ground. And she's somehow been returned to life, and she's the one that wishes to become the succubus and take on her mother's form. I believe the goblins were there to retrieve her father's remains, and somehow burning her father's remains at Thistletop Shrine is somehow tied with completing her transformation.
Is she human? Or...
She was human, yes. Once.
I did see what appeared to be one human or humanoid woman. I couldn't tell if it was a human or an elf or similar. But she had these terrible scarring on her midsection, and she had this one just monstrous demon-type arm. Something along those lines. I didn't get a great look. I don't know who it was, but I wonder if it's the same person that you describe. If you,
it says here in the journal that she has started her transformation, but I can't say her new hand is pleasing to me. So yes, that was Nuala that you saw.
Maybe she's the one. I don't know. I did
Dots
see
are connecting.
someone that matches that description, though.
I think we need to locate her. She definitely seems to be in charge, and as you say, if she has the power to get the goblin tribes to work together, then she is obviously behind all of what's been going on in Sandpoint, and taking her down is probably the only way we're going to stop the goblin attack that's talked about in the journal.
I think we know where to find her then.
Harrison walks over to Rupp and taps on his shoulder and points at his leg. And says, Rupp, good fellow, I don't suppose I could get a bit of healing. I seem to have damaged my leg again in the last acid attack.
I take another look at his leg. It still doesn't look too bad, I'm guessing.
Out of the 20.
It looks perfectly fine.
So I go like,
Just breathe on it. Just if you
yeah. And I
breath-
cast light on the bandage.
Look, it's healing. It's lighting up.
And I dismiss it afterwards.
Can I do a deception check with whether Patrick is deceiving me?
I'm the deception.
If you have methods of healing, I'm quite still injured from being captured. If you were quantifying things, it'd be about half damage. But...
Well, that's more than my friend here. I'll heal you right after this.
Thank you, Rob.
I fall into a sulk and just walk off.
You don't know the... Okay. Right, I actually heal you.
Oh, excellent.
No, not you.
Caven?
Caven, yeah.
Woo!
You.
Oh dear. Okay, you get 9 hit points.
Oh, that's quite a lot.
I thought you were going to say 1 when you went
Yeah,
like
I thought
I did too. Nine's excellent.
I rolled a 1, but
very good.
So yeah.
Very good. Thank you kindly, Rob.
No problem. I help everyone.
Equally.
Zamba, was there anyone else down there? Do you see? Or was it
Not
just
that I,
one?
not that I saw, but this one was like poking and prodding at something down in the. There was like a hole in the ground. I think it was a very big room. It looked like something almost like a banquet hall, but don't take that with a grain of salt because I don't actually know. I couldn't see very well, but it was big. It was a very big room, and there was a hole in the ground. And this thing kept poking something, and I kept hearing like a low roaring kind of sound. So I don't know what's down there.
Was the roaring sound quite loud, or was it quite?
It was definitely louder than it has been, I think.
Okay. I wonder if we should maybe come back with some more people, or do you think we could maybe take this?
Well, there's about 1, 2, 3, enough of us, and these guys seem to be pretty strong and ready to go. I don't know about Harrison. He seems like he might get hurt again.
He's
very
willing.
easily.
He's willing. He's
Yeah.
just not very good.
I'm thinking maybe to get the cat and bag, we send Harrison first. Maybe.
Harrison
I
will
like your
nods in agreement and goes, "Yes, of course. I'll head on. I'll save the day. Of course."
I still think we should head back to the statue and try one of the other ways. It feels to me like this area is more to do with the creation of these creatures, and it doesn't feel to me like, well, whoever we're looking for would be here. This is the lower end of the temple. We need to be looking for the temple proper, the altar and the prayer area, and I don't think this is it.
You said you were looking for a succubus.
Yes.
I agree. I do not feel like the big bad will be this way.
But does this not lead? It might lead there.
Haven, I have a question.
Of course.
I was just thinking, how long have you been here?
In the dungeon down here?
Yes.
It's hard to say. There's no light. Days, I think. Not terribly long.
Do you remember seeing anybody that looked like a succubus that may have walked this way?
No, nothing crossed my path except for those, I think you call them Sunspawn. That's all I saw from my cage, but I was blindfolded all the way here. I didn't even know we were anywhere near Sandpoint.
Zamba, you were the one that found the track at the top of the stairs. Why don't we try and see if there's any more tracks at the statue?
Oh, of course, yeah. And then maybe that's back the way that I was saying we should look for his armor and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, bada bing, bada boom. Let's get going.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, let's get moving then. I will close. Make sure the door is closed before we leave.
So we're gonna head back to the statue.
And I'm gonna write on the door in chalk in Druidic something in here or something like that.
Get inside, keep out.
Yeah, pretty much.
You make your way back across the rickety bridge through the door, and you get back to the statue room.
So we'll
And
take...
Caven's going to be looking just for boxes or anything that might hold his gear if he sees anything.
Oh yeah, did we see anything on the way back that might have been where his gear is, or...?
Nope. You've searched these rooms already.
There's no other doors to go out of other than where we went downward.
Any closets? Any shelves?
Nope. You went through the torture chamber. The torture chamber, the study, and then the prison. And each of those rooms you've searched.
Okay, so we go back to the red statue.
You're at the red statue now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there
You've
was.
gone back now.
So there
What if
was
they-
some other ways to go. Sorry, Simba.
What if they gave the armor and the weapons to one of these creatures?
Well, then we'll just have to take it back, won't we?
Yeah, but that thing could be anywhere. It could be down deeper. It could be up higher. It could be outside.
So
We'll never.
Nothing the goblin had on it was yours, was it?
what we're going to do now is, as we got to a point where the red statue is, let's quickly we'll take a break there so we can fill up on our drinks and snacks and things like that. Pee break. And do what you need. But we are going to take this opportunity to have a chat with Theo. And I see one of our moderators has already kind of got ahead of me there. If you do have any questions for Theo, do let us know. Let me just swap that over. And the moderators can fire us the questions as well. So, Theo, the first obvious question is, where did the gallant goblin come from? Oh, you've got the owlbear. Is that the Well, that's one of the premium ones. Was that in the blind boxes?
So this morning we actually published our review of the Icewind Dale, the full set.
Yes.
And so I just grabbed a couple around here.
I got the notice. I haven't watched it yet because I was putting all this together, but I will watch it tomorrow. I'll probably watch it after this, actually. Yes, I want
little tight. It's such a good set. It's very thematic this time. A lot of the times, the full sets that they come out with have kind of creatures from different adventures, filling in some gaps, maybe just finding some interesting creatures from Volo's Guide or Mordenkainen's. Yeah. But this time, the WizKids really focused really hard on Icewind Dale. And so you have all the creatures like the Snowy Owlbear and the Abominable Yeti and things like that. But, and then this amazing, like this Orca killer whale thing. I don't know if you've seen this or not. It's so cool.
I got the shark, actually. The shark was in one of the previous waves, wasn't it? It was Kid Waves.
There was a shark. I don't remember. Grady probably remembers. If he's in chat, maybe he'll talk about it. But even the creatures like the gnolls and the humans are all wearing winter gear. And it's just a super fun thematic set. So
nice touch.
That was just on my mind. But I'm sorry, you were asking me where...
So where did the name Gallant Goblin? Why Gallant Goblin? And what was the purpose of setting up the YouTube channel? Did it always start to do reviews, or were you doing other things and it just became like, tabletop gaming reviews and things like that?
Yeah, we started back a little bit, I guess about 2-ish years ago. And there's always Grady. If he grades in chat, he might be working. He'll probably give me corrections along the way. He's the one who's got the brain that doesn't forget things. It was about 2 years ago, and my idea to start it was Grady has a background. He's done a lot of filmmaking, and he's participated in film festivals, all this stuff, and he has all this great equipment and software to do special effects. And we wanted to just get, in lieu of having to get a crew together and make a movie, we wanted to put it together, maybe just practice some of the stuff on YouTube and make some cool YouTube videos. And we were just getting into D&D. We were really into board games. And we thought, let's just get in there and talk about some of our things that we enjoy. And we noticed that as we were getting into D&D, a lot of the reviews of and unboxings of minis, which we quite liked, but the unboxings were often just people taking the stuff out of the box and cutting the box, and half the time it was just them going through packaging, and then they would just kind of hold it up to the camera, and the camera wouldn't focus very well, and you couldn't really get a good look at it.
I've done exactly that, so I'm completely guilty of doing that. Yeah.
We thought, well, we've got the equipment, we've got the light, and we've got good cameras, and so we could probably really show these off in a nice way so people can really see what they're getting. And there, oftentimes you couldn't find reviews of every mini in a set, and it wasn't very complete. You had to kind of find a hodgepodge of stuff. So we're like, well, maybe that's an opening. We can go in there and try to really let people see these things. And there's a lot of like terrain and minis, all sorts of stuff that are fun to look at. And so we're like, let's do that. And we were going to originally review board games as well, but D&D really took off, and WizKids and all the other companies are releasing so much stuff that we never got around to talking about really any board games.
But you still get to play board games though, or you just
no, we haven't played a board game in I don't know how long since I played a board game. I think we were visiting some friends up in the Bay Area, and we sat down and played that Mars game. I'm forgetting the name of right now, but that's the last time we played a game. It's been ages. And of course, we're in quarantine, so we don't have anybody over to the house. So I haven't even played D&D in person with minis in like a year. So,
wow.
It's
so
very ironic.
Where was the Gallant Goblin from?
The name, I think the name was just me sitting around trying to think of something alliterative that sounded like a fun name, and something that was, we liked the goblins or something that was cute. We like things that are kind of cute. So we're going to go with goblins or kobolds or something like that, and just brainstorming just one of the ideas that cropped up. No interesting story behind it though, just a brainstorming session.
For those of you watching on Twitch, you can also see in the box below me.
Terraforming Mars.
Yeah. We've got some of the titles. So you don't just do the reviews and stuff, but you also have got some titles published, and you're continuing to do that. You and Grady both do this as well on DM's Guild. Are you able to talk about Kill Bowl? Because that sounds really interesting.
Yes, I see that up there now. So Grady's super creative, written novellas and all these things. And he recently released he got into the Magic the Gathering lore, especially when it comes around Theros. And the Theros book just came out for D&D earlier this year. And he went and did a deep dive on the Theros lore and wrote a whole book of magic items really tied to that lore of that universe for people who wanted to have adventures in that universe. Yes. And spent a ton of time working on that. That came out recently and seems to have been pretty popular. Have a lot of original art in there that we've put together for those magic items. And the next one that he's working on, we've been talking about, like, there's not a lot of really good level 20 adventures for D&D. And he wanted to do something that was level 20, just kind of take that challenge. And so he that Kill Bill kind of inspiration a little bit from that, and wanted to write the story about the party having to go and kill a god. And so what other better thing for a level 20 party to do than one god comes and recruits you to kill another god. And he kind of based it on not only the lore of the of Baal and Mistra and the gods of the D&D lore, but he tied in a little bit of like Magic the Gathering. You plane hop a little bit in there too. So you meet some. If you're level 20, you want to go meet Morden Kanan. You want to go meet some of these really important people. And because you're so high level, these people know who you are too. And he based the gameplay as well on like raids and MMOs, like the high level content MMOs like World of Warcraft and Guild Wars 2, where the raid teaches you some mechanics that you will eventually put together in the main boss fight. So the main boss fight gets quite complex, but you learn what you have to learn to fight that big boss as you go through the adventure. And so it ends up being this amazing amalgamation of cool new mechanics and interesting lore. So that's coming out. I think he has it October 2nd, if I remember correctly. We're putting the final touches on it now, getting some final art for it. But I'm hoping that'll be a fun adventure for folks who want something for their high-level characters. If you're already there and you want something for them to do, or if you just want to one-shot it, it should be a lot of fun.
Sounds cool.
And is that available now on DM's Guild?
That one I think is aiming for October 2nd. Grady will correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think we're aiming for October 2nd for that one. So it's a little bit in the future. We're still putting the final touches on it and doing a few passes on it, but you can find it then. His Grey Merchant of Asphodel, which is the one that's on the screen there now. I'm talking. It's in the future, 20 seconds, so it's not really going to work. But it was just on the screen a moment ago. That was the one that was the magic items for Theros, and that's on DM's Guild right now. We were going to give away some copies today too, if y'all want to.
Yeah, we'll do some. So if you're watching the chat, we've got a few questions coming in as well, so we'll try and get through those as well.
Yeah.
We'll do. We need a word. What code word can we shout out? Everyone does a.
It's THEO. I've started already. Sorry.
Oh, you started already. So there's already one in there. So yeah.
There you go.
So all you got to do
Are
for
we allowed
for
to
you
enter this
watching-
one?
If you want to, go on.
Yeah, more the merrier.
You're watching win now. The
No, I
so
won't.
all you have to do, if you want to win, how many copies? You're going to do one. How many draws do you want to do? 1, 2, 3.
5? Well, we start with 5, maybe.
Go on then.
Give it-
So we'll do
yeah.
5 draws to win a copy of one of Gallant Goblin's books. Let's do it at random, or you can have a specific title. I don't know. Whatever Theo decides.
We can do. Want to do a Theros book first, and then we can do some more later.
Yeah. So in the chat, just do an exclamation Theo. Okay, exclamation mark Theo to be in with a chance. And what we're doing as we're going along, the moderators will do some draws, and then we'll pull some winners out of the hat for that. Cool. We did have one of the questions we had that came up in chat was when we were talking about the board games. What's been your favourite indie game? So not
Indie
D&D.
board game?
Yeah.
Indie board game.
Or even, I suppose, indie adventure as well. Anything that's not D&D.
Oh, just as far as board games to go?
Sure.
I don't know quite what's considered indie as far as board games these days. Some of my favorite board games, though, I do really enjoy Terraforming Mars. There's a good... I really like Dixit, which is more of a kind of a card game, but it's a really creative game.
Huge. I've played Dixit.
It's so fun.
And the art's lovely.
You get these cards of beautiful art, and you have to kind of figure out ways of describing them where some people can guess what you're talking about and some people can't. But it's just I like any game that allows you to be creative or to tell a story. There's one game called Alchemists, I think it's called. Gosh, my memory, like I said, is not very good. But there's a game where you work in a laboratory and you're putting together potions and trying to solve the mystery of kind of how I'm not going to describe it very well, but how to put together individual molecules to make potions that do things, and you could test them on your lab assistants, or you can just take them yourself to test them, and you're doing a whole logic puzzle to try to solve how these alchemy ingredients go together. And it's just a great combination of logic puzzle plus storytelling and thematic fun, and I love that game a lot.
Cool. I just noticed that Ryan, did you have a question? I saw Session 0 come up with a question. You can ask. That's okay.
That was more of a declaration from someone, I believe.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Cantina just showed up to tell Ryan I'm in love with him. Apparently.
Oh, there you go.
I take it that's going to be a friend of yours, Ryan.
Yeah, he's the one that I was doing the Vicious Mockery shirt with.
Oh yeah, cool.
No,
It's
I did
good
have
to love the ones you work with.
A question for Theo though.
Yes, sir.
How does your creative team work? Is it just like you guys, or?
Grady actually for the titles we've released so far, it's just been the two of us. I wrote an adventure called I Am Your World, which was this really, I think, fun mind flayer in space thing.
Right.
And then Grady primarily worked on the Theros adventure, and he primarily wrote Kill Ball. We have a company that helps us with the art. Grady does all the layout himself generally, but we have a cool company called Penji that you can kind of subscribe to them, and they can do some of the art for you. And that's been a fantastic boon for us. We have some really cool art for that, and they've helped us with that. But Grady has something that he hasn't announced yet that's coming out hopefully later this year, where he's working with people in the community, the D&D community, to help write a series of adventures that all tie in together. And I don't think he's ready to announce it just yet, but that one's going to be super fun. So we're trying to reach out and really put together folks in the community to help with those.
I was going to ask what's next for Gallant Goblin. Obviously we're in a global pandemic lockdown. Everyone's having, you're fighting fires and breathing smoke and things like that. Everything. 2021. What's next for Gallant Goblin? Where do you want to what's the next step?
Right now, on a personal look at it, we're trying to figure out if we're still going to be in California, or if we might be going back to Texas. So there's a lot of job shiftings going on right now with us, and so that might be part of our life in the future, just getting up and moving back to Texas. So we have to figure that out. But otherwise, Grady and I are really looking to get into pulling community creators together to release long form adventures multi-part adventures that we can kind of have that creative input into the community where that's kind of main thing we're looking at. But then just WizKids and all these other companies like Steamforged Games are just releasing so many things, and we're trying to stay on top of it just to keep those people, so we can all see the fun toys that we can play with and which ones we want to fit our budget and which ones we want to play with. We got Dwarven Forge and got the Warlock tiles and terrain, and
there does
so
seem
much
to
cool
be
stuff.
so much at the moment. I mean, I've followed Gallant Goblin for a while now on YouTube. I think that was even before, way before Saltmarsh and everything else. So it's well over a year. And we've said this in discussion. So we've obviously had chats off camera and things like that. Where when you do your reviews, I love the you're not bigging up the product. You're talking as if you're talking to a friend. You're saying this is a thing, and I recommend it because of this. Look at the detail, and I love the enthusiasm. You're just as passionate as I am about the game and why people like us, we play these games, and I love that how it comes across on camera. And I do see a lot of various reviews and things like that, and I think you're certainly one of the most popular that I've seen. And the amount of videos you've done recently, the past few months, it's just the volume of it is practically a full-time job as well as your full-time job.
Grady and I both have full-time jobs, and there's just been so many things, and we have companies that are still reaching out to us, thankfully, and they're offering like, here, you can review this, and so we want to take them up on that as much as we can. And we also want to try to find some indie people like on Etsy who are making really cool things and show those off. Smaller companies out of Europe that are also making things, we want to show those. We want to show as much as we can, and we just have to learn how to pace ourselves, which is not something we're super good at. But I think I took inspiration. I don't know if anybody's heard of Rado, who does board game reviews on YouTube. But he just gets there and does Rado run-throughs, and he just plays the game in front of you so you can watch how it plays board games, and then you can kind of draw your own conclusions. And I think that was sort of my philosophy when we started the channel, is like, let me just show you these are just objects. So, objectively, I can describe them to you, what they look like, you can see them. And then people have different budgets. People have different tastes. Some people love the painted ones. Some people like, no, I can do so much better. And, they have more time. They can paint them themselves. So like, there's no need for me to bring a lot of judgment into these. I can just show them to you, and you can decide what fits your budget. And so that's kind of the philosophy we took with it. And they're all like, somebody put a lot of passion and heart into them. And so we just want to respect that as well and show it to you so you can make your choices.
Cool. I do absolutely love that. So do check. You've got the link for Gallant Goblin. It keeps coming up on the screen. Do check it out. We're going to do some giveaways now. So you said 5 books. So I'm definitely going to enter this one. So let's start doing some draws, Steve.
Are you entering?
Yeah. Well, give me that.
Right, go on in.
Let me do.
I've lost 30 seconds on entering.
There we go. I missed the exclamation, so I'm going to do it properly that time. There we go. So I'm in.
People found my cat today.
Who else we got in the chat? Let's see. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's evening where we're in the UK. Shout out if you're in the UK. Come and join us. Say hi. First Killer. Love the name. Hi Grady, you're still there. Hopefully you're not working too hard.
We've got a question from Musk Ratio for Theo.
Go ahead,
please.
What's it like running a channel with the gangster-est gangster all the time?
I'm not sure if I understand that question. I feel old. The gangsta-est gangsta. He must be talking about my cat Tilly. Tilly's pretty gangsta. She has 3 legs. She was in the video today announcing that I'm over here on Twitch today. So we just put out a quick little thing, Tilly and I, saying, come watch us over here. She's pretty gangsta. We love her. She keeps us safe.
That's cute.
Having a ginger cat myself, I've got to say, it's an awesome cat.
She's so loving and just wants to be with you and sit in your lap. And they're very cute.
Iconic Scarab, you're still here. Thank you very much for joining us. I shouted out to
Talking
you
about
earlier.
G-Dog. Oh, I think I know who that is, Musk Ratio. Oh, I should recognize the name. Yes, Musk Ratio is...
Musk Ratio, yeah.
She helps us do a lot of copy editing and just general editing of a lot of work we do. She did My Adventure, I Am Your World, and she worked on Theros too. She can read through there and find every little mistake that you make in your work, and she will let you know, and you can fix it. But she's got the most detailed eye I think I've just about ever seen. But yeah, she's incredible.
We've got Penguin Witch Doctor. Thank you for joining us. Princess League. Love the name. Thank you for joining us. Sean 2W, by the way, is a fantastic artist based in the UK. Hi, Sean. Good to see you. Who else we got? Zombies Ate My Brains, who won twice last week. Let's see if they win again. Steve, who we got winning? We got any winners yet?
Right, you ready?
Go ahead. You got to pull 5 out the hat, Steve.
So it's last Sun JT.
Did he win?
Yep, he won.
You joked about it, and it happened.
Excellent.
Guess what? I'm having it this time. Cheers, Theo.
Of course.
Next one is Musk Ratio.
There we go.
Oh, there.
Congratulations.
She probably she should already have it. I think she edited it.
She's got an original.
I did just select everybody that was in chat and entered them. So
I think it's probably safe to draw another one because I think she has it.
Penguin Witch Doctor.
Oh,
Penguin, well done, Penguin.
Good job.
And the next
Well
one.
done, Penguin.
Meowzap 77.
I like that.
Congratulations.
Meow. Well done. Who else we got? What was that? That's 3.
That's 3. Romero L.
Very cool.
Congratulations.
That's
And
4.
then Cantina.
Cantina
13.
Cantina 13, yeah.
Yes.
You can get me those email addresses, I hope.
Yep.
I'm not sure how it works here on Twitch.
So the way it works was the moderators will whisper you, and they will get in touch directly, or you can whisper them. But they'll grab your email address, and we'll just basically collect those email addresses, and we'll send them over to Theo and Grady, and they'll be in touch with a PDF copy of your books or their books.
Yeah, just we'll connect you up with it on DM's Guild. So if you have a DM's account already, just give us that address. If not, you can make one there, and it'll be there downloading. It's better than us sending you the PDF directly because I Am Your World, which is my first adventure. We're going to do a big update on that very soon here. We're adding new art. We're going to go and refine it because I did that adventure as part of Ashley Warren's RPG Writer Workshop. And so I wrote the whole thing in about a month. And so we want to kind of go back now and do another pass at it, add some more art and make it a little better. So if you have it connected in your DM's account, then it'll update with the new version when it becomes available. So We'll get it to you that way.
Right, we're into the last hour now, so we're into the last straight. Let's see if the party can find what's been going on, why all this is happening.
Let me go run to the restroom myself real fast.
Yeah.
You
got
I get a break. Go on. I'll be back 1 second.
Great, Grady, you have to take
I'll
over.
mute myself.
Let's go.
I'll put Tilly in here real fast. I'll be back. I can still hear you, so you can keep going. I'll be listening.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Grady, you get to take over. Yeah, just you can roleplay in chat and work at the same time.
We'll get Tilly to roll the dice.
We left everyone in you're in the statue room, and I've got some chocolate. I want to have some chocolate. We left everyone in the statue room.
Yes, we were going to try the way that we haven't been. Which I think there's only one, isn't there? I can't remember that far back. Getting old now.
Well, that's why you have to make notes.
That's what the prof's for.
This is the statue of Alasnis, I think.
Well remembered, brother.
Good to see you've been paying attention. It's good to know you've been paying attention to what the professor and Sam has been telling you. You could learn a lot from them.
Well, when you've got a bad injury like I have, your memory is somewhat
a bad
injury tested.
Do you need me to carry you, brother?
What bad injury do you have, Harrison?
Well, you see my leg? It's still damaged.
Have you got the splinter?
I think he fell on his head earlier.
I point to the bandage.
Okay, so Elias, what are we doing?
Does anybody have any ale that they can just rub on it to give them a little alcohol?
Give them a little steam.
Some homebrew potato vodka. Kill any germ.
I'm afraid I've only got some ink. Now we're at the statue, maybe we can search for some more footprints. There's a few ways to go here. We went north last time, and that was where the prison was. And there's this corridor to the south here.
Hey, Tilly. Yay. Damn, if I was downstairs, I could match.
You have to call out.
Yeah, before the end, remind me, and I'll run downstairs, and I'll show you Ollie.
Yes.
Right. So, Elias, if you're having a look around, so if you remember, you came from the south corridor. If you're looking for footprints, unfortunately, there are 6 of you. So you've stepped all over those footprints, but you can clearly see the way you came from.
So that was
there was another. So you had you came up one corridor, and then that kind of bent round into another corridor, which you haven't gone down, and then you continued north into the statue. Well, Harrison continued north into the statue room.
Should we try the south corridor?
Yeah.
Then, because that's one we haven't been down, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My memory serves.
Okay, who's taking point?
I shall take. No, actually, Harrison, do you want to step up again, or?
Well, if it gets me closer to healing, I'll be fine. But
just watch out for any more acid splash.
Just put your good foot forward.
Yes.
Yeah. So Harrison will head towards. Is it the doorway?
It's a corridor. So Harrison's going in completely the wrong direction again.
And
He's
back
going
the
back
same way.
to the rickety bridge. Okay, so you're heading south, and you turn down a corridor you haven't been down yet, and it continues for at least 50 foot down a darkened corridor until it turns a corner, and it opens up into kind of it's a bit of a strange. It's kind of one half is a room. But the other half has steps and a podium and small flickering torches that go off just a little bit of illumination into the room. Let me try and get some other bits on here. Right. So it as I said, you come down the corridor, it winds up into what appears to be a podium with some steps. Obviously, it's some kind of small shrine. On the shrine is, I guess, a kind of a jagged block of marble. It has some kind of shallow concave. What's the word? Not concave. Concavity. Cavity. On top of it, and on that is a basin. It's kind of balanced across this. The basin is also filled with what appears to be some kind of brown, filthy water. What would you wish to do?
Don't drink it.
Harrison, maybe that's your healing.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Can I use detect magic?
You can.
Get some
yes, from the water there is a strong essence of magic.
Healing magic?
What color is it? What color is the liquid?
It's a kind of a like a filthy golden yellow brown. You can see like the oils moving around on top of it. It doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good. Oh, like
it doesn't look appetizing, but it's a brown kind of scummy pond look.
Give it a sniff.
It doesn't smell inviting.
Okay.
Don't drink it, Rob.
It's
not
obviously
worth
rancid water.
What is it?
But magical.
It's in some
there
kind
might
of
be something in
bowl,
bits that's magic.
which is balanced across like a crack in the stone.
might be something in the water, Rup.
Can I? I'm just gonna. I'll dip a finger in.
Okay.
Is it?
It doesn't do anything to your finger apart from make you at the end of your finger smell bad.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna run around going, "Smell my finger! Go on!"
I think,
Smell my
Dave, I
finger!
think you mean smell worse.
Yes,
Smell worse.
exactly. It is Rup after all. Yeah.
Magical potion of smelling
exactly.
worse.
Is the liquid magical itself? Can I?
The magic is coming from the liquid itself. Yes.
You're right there, Rob.
Yeah, I'll kind of put my finger in my mouth and lick it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So I need you to roll a fortitude check. However, due to the potency of this liquid, you have a -4 penalty.
Oh my god.
Is it fortitude saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
need to
use
crack
my
15.
Yeah, my reaction to use my thing, which is a premonition of avoidance.
Ooh, yes.
That
So
gives
you
me
go to put it in your mouth and you go.
No, I still put it in my mouth. I just get a +2 to it.
Okay.
I was saying you
Okay,
get
so the
-2.
-4 becomes -2. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. It's like you lick it and go, yeah, this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But go into the Olive Garden.
So minus. So that is a 16.
A 16.
Stay away from the light,
However, so as you put your finger into your mouth and you kind of taste it and you feel you feel the taste sensation explode into your mouth.
It's like a starburst.
But you're not a nice one. It's like one of those bogey flavoured jelly beans. Not New Coke, no.
Yeah, like in 1980s. Is it like New
So,
Coke? Oh, no.
You are like the goblin in the other room that you just had a fight with. You are suddenly violently sick, all over your kind of shoes and stuff.
Okay.
There's a lot of
everyone
vomiting
kind of
going
just
on
sees
today.
you do this. Yes. You are roll a 1d6 for me.
Better out than in, Rob.
2.
Okay. You are sickened for the next basically 2 minutes. So it's not much.
Okay.
You just feel rotten. You've got that kind of dizzy spells, those waves of heat, and
Yeah.
That
So you
one
kind of-
beer too much feeling.
exactly. Yeah. You sit down on the steps of the altar, and you kind of get the cold sweats and
I
the
walk up
shakes.
to Rupp as he's throwing up. I tap him on the back and go, "It's all right, old chap. We all get there at some point."
This is
What made you do that, Rob?
That was curious. Unless we now know what it does. Yeah.
I don't think we do. I don't think that solved anything at all.
Now, also in this room is a set of double doors.
Can I take a vial of the stuff?
You can, yes,
Yeah.
if you wish. Yep.
I think the
As-
adventurer's pack comes with empty vials, doesn't it, or something?
It
Yeah.
does, I think. I think it has
Yeah,
3
so
or
if
4.
you need any.
Yeah.
So you eventually kind of shake the nausea off, and you rummage around in your backpack, and my map was upside down just then.
We're going the wrong way the whole time.
You notice, so 2 things you notice is you start to fill up the vial, one of your vials, and as you do, it's like the liquid moves and it goes inside the vial all on its own, where the bottom of the bowl, the whole lot seems to fit into one vial, and then the bowl is empty. You put the stopper on, and then you have this vial of brown, gooey, very bad tasting liquid.
Does it
It's
move?
almost like it's shrunk in volume.
Yes.
Does it move while it's inside the vial?
No, but you can see the oils and things and the water moving
Yeah.
around, and
Maybe it's not liquid, maybe it's alive.
Does it move while it's inside of Rupp?
That all came out.
Yeah, moved out.
Yeah, that all came out. You also noticed when you was up on the altar that down the other side of the altar, you wouldn't have seen it from where you came in through the corridor, but conveniently you see sort of stashed in the corner is what appears to be a backpack.
Oh,
Caven runs
Take
over.
the backpack.
No.
You see the name, Caven.
Yeah, okay. I give the
Written in
backpack.
crayon.
Yeah.
You know, Caven goes and grabs his gear, presumably, checks
Yep.
it out. Is everything inside?
Everything appears to be inside. Yeah, you've got some.
Caven looks around at this. Sorry.
No, everything
gonna-
apart
Caven-
from arrows is missing.
Caven looks across the group. Does anybody look like an archer? I guess Yelena let me borrow a longbow.
Yeah.
So Caven will walk up to Yelena and say, "Well, I seem to have fine gear back. I've got my short bow. Allow me to return your longbow, ma'am.
Thank you.
Might I trouble you for a handful of arrows if you have any to spare?"
Have they taken your arrows?
It appears so. Guess they thought the bow wouldn't give me much leverage over them if I didn't have any arrows to go with it.
You would have
Well,
also
okay, I
had
guess
your.
that's fair.
You would have had a pouch of gold in there. That's also gone.
And my gold is gone as well. Well, might
Might
I
not
borrow
be the
some arrows to
gold,
start
but-
with?
Yeah, you can have some arrows, and she'll take out like half what she got. So you got 10 arrows.
Thank you, ma'am. How about this, as a way of maybe making it up to you? I'll make a wager with you. Next time we
Wager?
encounter someone trying to kill us, if I can land an arrow, well, if you land an arrow before I do in the creature, I'll give you 5 gold once I get my stash back. And if I land one before you do, then I get to keep these arrows that I don't use. How's that sound to you?
Yeah, that sounds fair. Yeah.
All right, it's a wager.
I'll give it a go. It's a wager.
Caven reaches out his hand for a handshake.
Lena will take it and shake.
Good luck, ma'am.
And
I'm
Harrison
gonna need it.
hears this conversation going on, and I will wager that if I target a creature first, I will give you 10 gold pieces. If you
Hey.
sorry, if you'll give me 10, or if you do it, I will give you 10 gold pieces.
Fair. You're in heaven on this as well. Reach out, shakes a hand.
So I will
Assuming
be,
I get my gold stash back.
I will be.
As soon as I do, I'm good for it.
I will wager. I will wager that.
I'm just dry heaving in the corner. Like, what this is.
Does anybody want to wager on when Rupp is going to stop puking?
I'm just patting Rupp on the back.
His own party's deserted him.
Okay.
Okay,
Shall
there,
we,
Rob.
shall we check out the doors?
Should we listen?
Yeah.
Listen at the doors. Oh, that's good. That is a 24. 24 to listen at the door. Oh, that
Okay,
right.
so you
Bingo.
put your ear up against this pair of double doors. Yes, you hear what appears to be. It's definitely chanting of some kind. It's not a language that you know. It's loud enough that you can hear, but it sounds kind of high pitched. It's a bit odd.
So Telkos is listening at the door and then moves his head away from the door and says, "Elias, come listen, see if you recognize this."
I'll wander over and see if I can hear the same. Do you want me to roll?
Perception check, yeah.
22.
Yes, you can certainly hear the sounds of some kind of chanting. There's no real kind of crescendo. It seems to be the same, maybe 2 lines over and over again.
Do I recognise
Your
it at all?
left leg in.
You don't
your left
recognise the
leg
language,
out.
no. Yeah. That might be
could-
more apt than you realise.
Could I try and with that roll, was that good enough to identify roughly how many people would be chanting?
No, it's potentially 1. There is a slight echo to it, but it's strange that it's kind of high pitched. It's just a bit odd.
Oh, it is high pitched. It does only sound like maybe one person, but maybe there's an echo. Maybe this is Nuala. Maybe this is the room that we've been looking for. How do we want to handle this? Do we kick the doors down and go in all guns blazing, or do we try and sneak in and maybe catch her at her prayers?
Well, what is she saying? Can you understand her?
Unfortunately not. No.
Zumba, maybe you should have a look.
It does sound like the same two sentences repeated over and over, but I it's not in a language I understand.
If she's trying to perhaps do some sort of magical arcane summoning, we may want to get in there as soon as we can. If we're just going through a door, there's not very many easy ways to sneak in undetected. We may just have to barge in and try to get the drop on her.
Can I try to listen and see if I understand the language?
Go ahead. So roll a perception check for me.
18.
18. Yeah, you hear the same thing. It's definitely, you don't know the language. It's definitely, as has already been mentioned, that sounds like a spell. You're not sure what language, but the same pattern of the language is repeated sort of over twice.
So it's not
yes,
Abyssal or Thessalonian?
No.
Okay.
But it's you definitely feel that'd be some kind of summoning ritual, at least.
Don't like the sound of this.
I have no idea what she's saying, guys, but I agree with Taven. I think if she sounds like she's summoning something, maybe we should get moving, huh?
Harrison walks up to the door.
Draw your weapons, everyone. Be ready.
I just throw a piece of hard candy at Harrison and just say, "It's lucky, go!" And I cast a bit of luck.
Excellent, thank you.
Yelena will
we're up
draw out her bow.
Sorry?
Yelena's going to draw out her bow ready.
Yeah, so one hand I grab the door handle, my other hand I have my hand crossbow ready.
Shall I open the other door at the same
Stop.
time? There's two doors, isn't it? Two big doors.
I wish to cast a spell before we go in.
Okay.
Sorry.
Me too.
So I'd like to use my arcane recovery to recast magic weapon on Tulkas's axe.
Oh, is it going to glow again?
Yes, it is.
We're up if all else fails
I
in there.
like
Just stick
glowy
your finger down our throat.
See if we could drink.
At the memory of it, I just start retching.
It's every now and then. Like, ooh.
Yeah, it's just like the dinner that sometimes wasn't
Repeats.
quite. Yeah.
Whenever we're like ready to go in, I want to cast guidance by just putting my hand on whoever's the first person in's shoulder, because it only lasts until the start of my next round, so it's a quick thing. So whoever's going in first, I just want to give them guidance.
Probably Harrison. I mean, me and him probably go in at the same time, but you might as well do it on him.
Yeah, we
Right.
both nod at each other as we open the door. Like a
Alright.
Three,
Even
two,
just-
one, go.
So it's
Taven, just take a moment to put on his leather armor before we go in real fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
That will be a +1 to your attack roll, saving throw, skill check, or perception check.
So make a note of that. Who is that for, Harrison or Tolkus?
Harrison.
Also, he gets advantage on the next saving throw he makes because of bit of luck.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we swing the
How
door.
you gonna open the doors, Tolkus?
I think
Blair.
we should just we should just open them nonchalantly and walk in, all sort of like own the
Dun,
gap.
dun,
you know?
dun.
It's like you're looking for,
Yeah.
or like you're looking for the loot.
Yeah, like in slow motion and everything, you know.
Okay, so you open the double doors. Tolkus is on one side, Harrison is on the other, and you both click the handles and walk in the room. It's huge. This looks nothing more than some kind of immense underground cathedral. On the inside, you walked into the room, you leave the doors behind you, and you've got your crew behind you. It's the cast shot as they're walking down the street in slow motion. You got the whole cast there behind you.
Ocean's 11.
It looks amazing.
There's doves flying.
Yeah.
Explosions going off.
And a
You got,
retching halfling behind you.
Wearing a sailor's outfit.
Yes, in slow motion as well. As
Yeah,
the
he's
doves go
dribbling.
past.
Just Rob, you are embarrassing us. Pull it together.
A dove just shits on him as he goes past. It's like, can the day get any worse? To the left, you see a room. The door is kind of hanging off, and to the right is a similar thing. These small kind of curved rooms inside. Across the walls, you see it kind of appears and then disappears. Semi-translucent runes all across the room, across the ceiling, across the floors. They glitter and glide as you slow motion to kind of step into the room, weapons drawn, ready for action. In the center of the room is what appears to be a large pool of water, and in that it has a midsection. So in the midsection there's a ring of what appears to be polished human skulls, all balanced on spikes. At the far end of the room, behind that, you see what appears to be 4 of those sin spawn, just kind of sitting crouched with one arm in front of them, just watching you in slow motion as you walk into the room. Their tongues kind of lapping around. And in between them, you see what appears to be a very kind of tiny winged creature. You're not quite sure if you've seen this before. Zamba instantly recognizes this as a demonic fiend. It's a quasit, and appears to be the one chanting in a high-pitched voice. She's also wearing a little a black dress with these kind of the wings out. What it reminds me is the Gremlins 2, the female gremlin, but with wings, like the gargoyle gremlin. Just reminds me of that. Also at the far end of the room is a pair of stone staircases that kind of go up to a pulpit area. So she's standing on that, and the sin spawn are kind of either side, but on the floor, on the same level as you. Again, with this, it's kind of those the dog things from Ghostbusters. It's those kind of, they're in that kind of position. They're guarding her. Behind her appears to be a large triangular pool, and this one is filled with kind of lava, but a watered down lava. It's got heat and steam and kind of like sparks coming off of it. But weirdly, for if that was really lava, the room, like the stairwell from earlier, it's a deathly cold in here. So you stepped in and your breath is, you can see the sheets of your breath as you take one each. The quasit turns round and sees you all kind of and you can see her holding some kind of glowing dagger. She's already got several cuts into her hand and into her arm, and one final sin spawn seems to be crawling or being birthed out of this center pool. Everyone roll initiative, please.
That sounds gross.
Yeah,
Natural 20.
Mr. DM, can Caven roll stealth as initiative? Can you sneak in the room and do that for his special ability? Awesome.
I will do that, that's fine. Right, so
Find it back
who
here.
shouted out first? Was that Harrison?
So I rolled a natural 20. Do I because I had that thing from Zam, do I get a +1 on the perception? The roll?
Not for initiative.
Right, okay, cool. So just 26 then, for me.
Just 26?
Yeah, 26. Okay.
He's getting in there with his, hopefully, crossbow.
Just a 30 for this room.
Whoa!
Best thing about Pathfinder are the bigger numbers.
Yes.
They're more impressive, but so I have the bigger numbers too, so it evens out. You rolled, I got a 26. This is great. Rup.
18.
18. Tolkus.
It was 18 on dice plus 6, which is 24.
Nice.
Okay.
Some high
Yelena?
rollers.
Yelena?
And 19.
19. Zamba?
21.
21.
Chat has gotten out of hand.
Yep. And Elias?
16.
Right. All high numbers, that's really good. My turn. Oh my gosh. Right.
I take that was good.
Right. And again. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here we go. What was the name? Here we go.
I can get it to work. There we go.
Okay, so everybody in. Top of the round is Caven.
Yes. All right. So there's a nice juicy sense bond coming out of the juice. Is that right?
You got two on either side of the pool, and then you got one in the middle. I'll switch for the audience. I'll switch to the battle cam and get that set up while everyone's getting ready. There we go.
All right. Yeah, Caven is going to... Oh, he's got one directly across from him then. With the idea of his wager in his mind, he wants to land the first blow, so he's going to shoot an arrow with his newly reacquired short bow. Knocks and fires off very quickly. For a 24 to hit.
Ooh, yeah.
And because he was able to go before this creature in initiative order and use his stealth, that creature is flat-footed to him, by the way, I believe, because of his ability. And so gets to roll a little bit of extra precision damage, which I'll do here. 4 precision damage.
Go for it.
And I guess I can just fire 2 more times, yes?
Yes, if you've got the actions,
right.
yes. So if it only takes one action to do that, then yes, you can do it.
I believe it's just, 1 action apiece. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't played too much Pathfinder yet. Second one was a 15. He should still be flat-footed, though.
Yep.
All right, that's 4 more damage. And
sorry, which one are we attacking?
The one directly across from me, the number...
It'd be S3.
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 There you go.
Right, cool. Yeah.
The last one is a natural one for like a -1. So probably not going to hit on that one.
Okay, so you know what that... So my players know what that means.
I don't yet.
My players know
It
that.
means you're about to see the deck of many things.
Oh, there we go.
So these are the official Pathfinder 2nd edition critical hit and critical fumble.
There we go.
So
I've got some of those.
While you may have you hit on the first one, so you won the gamble.
Yes, I would look over at Harrison and Yelena, give him a little wink, and then completely miss the third shot.
As you're doing that.
Exactly.
So yeah, as you get cocky, you go ha ha.
Exactly. Make it really interesting. Pull a Starfinder one. Laser blast.
Okay, so for the next 3 rounds,
sir,
you gain a +1 circumstance bonus to your attack rolls.
That sounds good.
But you are also flat-footed.
I'm flat-footed myself. So describe to me what happened there.
I have no idea how to describe that one at all. Why
did it have a little title to it?
After shooting it? No, I don't. I do not know.
Did maybe the arrow kind of backfire and smack you in the face?
That sounds like what happened.
Maybe you held the string too close to your
Even
chin.
flat-footed is just a -2 second.
He's got an arrow caught between his elbow and his torso and can't quite like.
There we go.
Just spending the next few rounds just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. The title is Tunnel Vision.
Oh, see, I was totally obsessed with that wager. I got very excited for winning the wager, and I can't get off my brain. So 3 rounds, I'm flat-footed, but I have a +1 to attack rolls.
You do, yes. For next 3 rounds, well done. So again,
bad.
that's why I do like the. It adds something more than you miss or you drop your weapon or it breaks. There are pros and cons to all of that. So, but well done. So that's all your 3 actions. Tolkus, you're up.
All done.
Followed by Elias.
I thought Harrison was before me. I think he got 26.
Oh
didn't
yes.
Yeah.
There we go. 26.
Yep. 26. So as I see Caven fire off those arrows, obviously smiling, thinking he's going to win the wager. And as he hits those 2 bolts, then his smile turns into a deep frown, and realizes he's messed up. But he also wants to, make himself feel better by shooting a crossbow bolt at one of the other creatures. So the same one that Caven hit, I'm gonna also try and hit it with my hand crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 18 plus 7, so 25.
Yep.
So 1d6, full, so 6 points of damage.
Yep. To which number?
The same one that Caven hit.
Yep. Okay.
And I would like to move out of the door. No, I'm already outside the doorway. So I will just, for my second action, hold. I'll work out what to do.
A backflip.
Potentially, yeah.
Drink the water.
I wager that at some point during this fight, Harrison is going to fall over.
I was going to take you up on that bet.
I think
Take a piece of that.
I'm going to just, that'll be the end of my turn. That's it.
Sure.
There's nothing else I can do.
Okay. All done. So Tolkis, you're up, followed by Elias.
How far away is S4 to me?
They're 5 foot squares.
So it's only about 15 foot-ish, something like that. Right, so I shall move to be in front of S4. So that's one action.
Yep.
And then I shall make a normal attack on him, which is one action. And that is a bloody good hit. That is 25 to hit.
Yeah, that does it. You just need an 18 to hit.
Okay, and he takes 9 damage.
9
and
damage,
then for my last action, I will raise my shield.
Yep. Okay, Elias followed by Yelena. Oh, you're on mute, Steve.
Elias, you're on mutey mute.
I can't hear you, Elias. They put a spell on you.
Let us hear your beautiful voice.
I would like to raise my fist and concentrate on magical energy and create an electric arc. I'd like to target S5 and then leap across to S3 that everybody else has been hitting so far, please. So if you'd like to make me a reflex saving throw.
To which one, number 3 or 4?
It's S5 and then I'm
S5.
going to S5,
Reflex.
so in the centre, and then S3 reflex save as well, please.
Ooh. S5 succeeds, and S3 does not.
Okay, so S3 takes 5 points of lightning damage.
Okay, lightning damage. Zzz. That one collapses under the lightning. You hit it straight into the chest. It is already kind of badly wounded anyway. You've got the arrows and things sticking out of it. Just with that, the lightning crackles. Its whole body. The jaws elongate even more, and the tongue just flashes around before it just crumbles. And face plants. One down.
Hey, I'd like to shout, "Go for the stairs! Go for the stairs! Take out the creature at the back."
Okay, Yelena.
Okay, Yelena would like to step forward a couple of squares. So she... Yep, that's where it. And seeing she has her bow in her hand, even though she's really quite nervous about using it, she will take a shot at the closet at the back.
Okay.
I'm assuming that it's raised up rather than lower.
Yes.
Oh. Well, that will be a 10 to hit. So that doesn't work.
That
So
misses.
she doesn't hold it steady enough, and it just shoots up in the air.
Yes.
Completely misses. She will try again, but she will roll worse. And I think this
Oh,
one
no.
just scatters up the steps. For her last action, she's just going to drop the bow. No, this is not working. I like my magic.
Okay.
And that's me.
And that's you wrapped up?
That's me wrapped up.
Right. I did miss out on Zamba, so sorry, Zamba.
Oh.
Okay.
Zamba should have been before Yelena. So, and actually, I've swapped Zamba with Elias. So we'll go back to my original list in a bit. So Zamba, you're up.
I would like to stay where I am for right now and cast Harm
Yep.
with 3 actions. So I disperse negative energy in a 30-foot emanation from me.
Ooh.
It will harm undead, and I believe also heal living creatures.
Okay. Do you mean you mean heal, not harm?
Like the exact heal in a 30-foot radius around me, healing everyone. I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. Correct me. Healing everyone and damaging undead. So everyone that is undead must make a fortitude save.
Okay.
Harrison.
What? Harrison's undead?
His secret comes out last.
I did wonder why he smelled.
1 pass, 1 failed. S2 failed. How much is how much damage?
So I believe.
It's 1d8.
Yeah, but it's 1d8, so it's 5.
Wow.
5 negative damage, and then I don't know. So for the healing portion, if I use it with 2 actions, it's an additional.
Yeah, but you've used it with 3, so it's AoE. It's kind of.
So it doesn't like take all of the.
So it will harm undead for 5 and heal living for 5, all in a 30-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're all roughly within 30 feet, aren't we?
Yep. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
So that should. I look quickly over
Good job,
to,
Zamba.
To Harrison, and I say, I hope this helps a little bit for that aching knee of yours.
How much healing?
5.
5.
Excellent. I feel instant. I feel a refreshment coming on.
Nicely played, Zamba.
Yep. Good move. Okay. Is that you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Zamba. Jelena. Then we're down to Rupp.
Right. I would like to.
Eat a sweet.
No. I would like to cast Bless on myself. So all weapons within a 5-foot radius of me kind of glow with this purple energy. As I kind of pray to my god. And you get a +1 bonus to attack rolls if you're next to me. And then with my 3rd action, I will move just behind Tulkas and cower behind him.
Very
Do you want to jump on my shoulders?
Good.
So next, oh, that's not on the. I just got to adjust the map. Sorry. There we go. Got to find the edges. There you go. That's better. So, where
That a goat I
right.
keep hearing.
Irelium. Is that a?
Kids.
Kids.
Right, here we go. So, the Quasit does a couple of things. You see her flap the wings, and she starts to kind of fly up into and around the sin spawn. She's kind of staying back, but just flying around, and you can hear it issuing commands to the sin spawn about what to do. She also casts it's basically a ray of enfeeblement at Tolkus, which is a fortitude saving throw, please.
Fortitude. Oh, that's one of my better ones.
Fortitude.
Hey! That is a 27 to save.
27. Yeah, that was easy. You got me at 13. Oh, that's 27.
I've got 42 is my best one. It's +9.
Right. Okay. Right. Don't attack Tolkus with fortitude. Thank you.
People, the rhino.
Yeah. So the next and final one misses. She seems to cast some kind of spell that emanates from her eyes. It's basically she's this kind of annoying flying thing around the room, but it's kind of waves of into the whole party. But she missed.
Tolkien says, "Shoot it down."
Then the sin spawn make a move. So S4 goes to attack Tolkus, and that is it's a 15.
Unfortunately, because
really
I've got my
poor.
shield raised, you need to roll 21 or above.
That's okay. That was the first attack. Second attack is 23.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, here we go with our Runelord dice. That's a 4 damage as it rakes. The second one, it goes to rake you across the chest, bouncing off your armor. And the second
as a
one,
reaction,
just push 'em. Yep.
As a reaction, he does shield block.
Yep.
And because the shield can absorb 5 damage,
Yep.
that means he takes no damage.
Okay, so that just scrapes down the shield. S1 jumps forward and attacks Tolkus as well.
Whoa.
He's kind of standing half in the pool, half out. Here we go. First attack is 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, that is 7 points of damage as it manages to.
So I can't do shield block twice, so that's me taking that.
7 damage, and then second attack misses with a 13. Wow. S2 runs forward almost. So this one has kind of short, stocky legs but longer arms. Sees Yelena kind of standing after she's dropped her bow. The tongue again comes out and sort of starts pounding towards you for 2 attacks. That's 24. That's
that'll hit.
With that's 9 points of damage.
Ooh, that hurts.
And the second attack is a 19.
That just hits.
That just hits. Gets past your armor class with 7 points of damage. So 2 successful hits as it gets you.
Okay. Did not like that.
No. And finally, the one in the middle, it's still kind of coming out of the pool, is bringing its body, but the legs are not fully grown. There's some kind of weak legs behind it, it's slightly deformed, but it starts pulling itself out of the pool and slumps through, knocking over some of the sticks with the skulls on as it drags itself forward. It's moving at half speed, but manages to kind of get in line to Zamba. As its body, the back end of its body,
no legs,
kind of just flops onto the floor with all the water, and you can see now its legs are now mostly kind of like tendrils of bits and pieces. It's it's pretty
gross,
pretty nasty. And
is it a Cronenberg?
It only has 1 attack available to it, and that's a 21 for Zamba.
That does it.
Okay, and that's 8 points of damage in total as it tries to attack your legs.
Okay.
Okay, and that is the end of the first round. That was a big round. But then we got a lot of people on the board. Caven, you're up, followed by Harrison.
Caven drops his short bow there in the corner where you can come back to it later, takes an action to pull out his rapier, his favorite weapon, and does a maneuver, a tumble behind maneuver on the I can't tell from my screen, S3
The one in front
or
of
whatever's at the
Yelena,
bottom. Yeah. And it's going to try a tumble maneuver to get on the other side of it. So that's an acrobatics check versus your reflex DC.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go ahead and roll
Reflex.
that. And oops, I can roll it here. That will be a 20 against your reflex DC. Now, I don't think it's not a save, but it's the DC.
Well, my reflex is 9 for the sin spawn, and on the roll I only scored 14, so it's gonna fail no matter what.
Now, so he manages to tumble between its legs.
Yeah.
Gets to the other side. It puts the creature flat-footed to him for this maneuver.
Yeah.
And so for his last maneuver, he's going to go ahead and stab with his rapier, and watch him miss bad for this. 17 versus flat-footed.
Yeah, that's done. That would get.
Excellent. That's a 10 points of damage, max damage, plus sneak attack for an extra 1.
Plus an extra 1 on top.
Too bad.
It doesn't like it. It gets the stabs in, basically stabbed it in the back, and it kind of whizzes round and just snarls in your face again. The slobber, so it starts to come off to you.
I'm not sure how, but he went under the stubby legs, didn't he?
Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh no, the stubby leg is S5.
Oh, is he? Okay,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
This one was S2. So Harrison, you're up. Is that everything, Caven?
That's everything for Caven.
Cool. Harrison, you're up.
So, seeing Caven successfully tumble through...
Oh, here it goes.
It's on, Harrison.
Harrison will also attempt to tumble through S5.
Do you want to shout out a bet for this one as well?
I don't have any coin left after this.
A bag of gold dust.
Secretly, I don't actually have any coin to give to Caven in the first place, but I won't tell Caven that. So yeah, I'll attempt to tumble through. So 7 plus 7, so 14 for the acrobatics. But do I still get the +1?
You do, yeah.
Okay, so 18.
Yep.
No, sorry, 15. 7 plus 7 is 14. 15.
That's enough, yeah.
But you've got to roll reflex, haven't you, Dave?
The reflex DC is
already rolled. It's low.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah,
okay, I have successfully tumbled through. I have now panache. I have panache.
Panache.
And
so what do you do when you do something like, oh, that was cool? What do you do?
Well, panache. I basically when I get panache, I will twist my moustache, basically moustache, to make it all curled, and it basically enhances my
your look, your confidence,
my confidence, and just
carefully.
It makes me feel more confident, basically. And
you're also now next to me, so your rapier starts glowing.
Excellent.
You get +1 to your attack roll.
Excellent. Okay, so I will be using my confident finisher, which I need to just remember how it works. Page 85.
You sure it's a
you're
finisher?
up next after this.
And Mr. DM, I think the reflex DC is just 10 plus a reflex modifier. According, I believe, from what I'm looking at online.
So I make an incredibly graceful attack, piercing your foe's defenses, make a
Thank you.
strike with a weapon or an unarmed attack with damage using a precise damage. Basically, if I... Oh, okay. So confusing, this stuff, because it's not laid out correctly. Alright, okay. I think it's just 2d6s for the confident finisher. Well, that's not a good roll anyway. So
is he gonna hit? Yeah.
So it's a 4. I rolled a 4. So plus the 7, plus a 1. So yeah, it's
quick maths.
Yeah, quick maths. Someone in the chat.
12.
12. Yeah, so 12 in total.
12 damage, yes, or 12 score?
No, 12
score.
to hit.
Okay, that was a lot. It didn't work. I think you spent too much time. It didn't
Not
quite
enough
work.
time.
Okay.
Stabby.
You missed. Tolkien, you're up, followed by Zamba.
Okay, so for my first 2 actions, I'm going to do a power attack because that takes 2 actions.
Yep.
And it's a 14 on the dice plus 11. Bet
Yep.
that hits.
Yeah.
And 7
Damage.
plus 5. 7
Yep.
plus 5 plus 4 damage.
16.
That's 16.
Yeah.
Let's go for 16.
Done. It
Quick
did not
math.
like. It's still standing. It did not like that though. As you
And for my
bury
last
around,
action, I will raise my shield.
Shield goes back up in front. Okay. Zamba, you're up, followed by Yelena.
Alright.
That's a high
I would
pitch.
like
I'll turn that
to try to reach and just grab out at this sin spawn in front of me, and I'm going to use Chill Touch.
Yep.
So I believe it automatically does 9 points of damage.
It does.
And it has to make a Fortitude save, please.
So it's as it burns, as the ice burns into it. Yep. And the Fortitude. I got 21.
Alright, well that does it.
Yeah, they're hardy. But yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a... Well, you know, I think it's a will save. Oh, it's a will save for
will
undead.
save. Okay,
For undead, yeah.
I'll re-roll that.
It's a Fortitude save for living.
No, I got a 24 that time.
God damn.
So manages to get out of that one.
Alright, that's right.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Yelena, followed by Rupp.
Is it Elias next?
No, because the first time I did it wrong. So we're going back to...
Cool.
What
Didn't
it
want to
was.
be stealing anyone's thunder.
No.
So Yelena is gonna. Can she get her staff as a free action, or would that be an action?
No,
Okay,
that's
so
an
you'll
action,
grab her
it's fine.
staff.
Taking something out is an action,
Yeah.
but dropping something is not an action.
Okay. So she's got her staff. She will cast Shillelagh on her staff, which is 2 actions. So her staff will glow a little bit, and it will seem to, again with the seaweed, it will seem to like have some seaweed and some like sea kelp and whatnot coming from it, and it gives it a +1 bonus to attack. So with her last action, she's going to try and whack this thing on the head, because it whacked her on the head quite hard, and she doesn't like it. So that is an 18 plus 7 to hit.
Yep.
Cool.
That hits.
And it also means that she gets to roll extra damage. So it's 2 dice rather than 1.
Go for it.
3.
I was expecting to see more criticals, or at least more fumbles, but we don't seem to... They seem to be rare in this game. I don't know why.
So
I gave you a fumble.
Damage.
Yes.
Exactly.
It was very nice, it was too.
You're welcome.
6 points of damage, and then that is Yelena done.
And that's number 2. Okay.
Just number 2.
So a big bonk on the head.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be phased by that at all, really.
Doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't like to be cut or shot, but bump on the head doesn't mind. Okay, Rupp, you're up, followed by Elias.
Rupp is up.
I'm gonna out of my bag. I'm gonna get 2 pieces of ribbon that I picked up from the carnival, and just like run over to Tulkas' axe and tie a little bit around it, and then go to Harrison's rapier and also tie it around and cast disrupting weapons.
Whoa! It's just dancing around the room. Go for it.
Yeah, and they each do an extra D4 against undead.
Okay.
As their
Excellent.
their stuff becomes lucky. And then I will cast guidance on Tulkas as I give him another sweet wrapper. Oh, sorry, I don't know.
Everyone make a note of your bonuses you just got, please, because you'll need them. Anything else, Rupp? Is that's all you're...
That's me done. I'm just going to cower again next to Tulkas and Harrison.
Right. Elias, you're up.
I'd like to pull out a piece of clay and roughly form it into the shape of the Sin Spawn S2.
Yep. The bird agrees. The bird agrees.
And then I'd like to cast Agitate, and I'll shout in its general direction. You really have the face only a mother could love. So that's a will saving throw, please.
A will saving throw. Since spawns. Oh dear, I got a 15!
That is a fail. So he becomes animated, and his mind and body goes into overdrive.
Wow, and he doesn't run away or anything like that. He just stands there and becomes all...
No. So if you don't use...
He was pretty animated anyway. He's like, rah! This whole thing comes up.
If you don't use stride when it's your turn, then I do damage.
Okay, right. Because that one is otherwise...
Dave, you're going to have to answer questions in chat. Everybody wants to know about the bird.
Third? Third
And
what?
it's not just the word.
Turd.
And Michelle is obsessed with birds. She plays an owl in my Humblewood game.
That would be Steve who has to answer the bird questions.
Yep. Anything ornithology related, that's Steve.
Yeah, it's not my bird, Steve's bird. So, where are we? That was Elias. Right, so the Quasit is flying around the room, sees everything that's been going on, and tries again. Oh man, jeez. Right, that did not work as expected. So again, this she shouts out to no one in particular, just all of you, in a high-pitched voice, which I really can't do, but I'll give it a try. It says, "How dare you come into the mother's sanctum?" It sounds like I got cold. Sanctum. What is it?
Like Chris last week.
Yeah. And then final one. I got a natural 1. How does that even happen?
Yay!
Yes.
Get the deck out.
Complaining.
You asked for fumbles.
Yeah, but not for me.
Yeah.
This is a magical
Sharing is caring.
smackdown. You automatically fail. Well, I did. You automatically fail your next saving throw. Okay.
Oh.
That's good enough.
Good to know.
Whoa.
What's that one called?
It's called Smackdown. A magical
The Rock will be
smackdown.
pleased.
I was expecting something wrestling related, but there we go.
Yeah.
I can smell what he's cooking.
Oh man.
Yeah.
An auto fail. Saving throw.
I think
Okay.
somebody hit it with some really horrible magic.
The synth spawn
Someone cast
continues.
death.
The synth spawn continues to attack Caven after deftly going through his legs. That's a 26 on the first attack with 7 points of damage.
All right, that'll get me.
And then the second attack is a miss. You got a 12.
That won't get Caven.
That's not good at all. Okay, who we got left? S4. Attacking Tolkus. Man, I've got a natural 1 again.
Yay!
It's not supposed to happen to me.
This is what happens when you play.
You put that energy out in the air, Michelle.
I know. It was.
Are you getting rid of those dice?
It was getting distracted, but I'm going to swap them out.
Dice
now.
gel.
I'm getting distracted by bird talk. We are slowed. So S4 is slowed for one round, basically to the end of the turn. That one's not fair. Who's in the middle? Is that S5 is there. S4 is also attacking Tolkus. Misses with a 13. S5 goes for Zamba. A 17.
I think that hits.
I got a 17.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Okay, that's 6.
Can I cast shield?
You can.
Yes, reaction. Do it.
Yeah, I would like to cast shield, please.
So you cast the shield just as it kind of tries to kind of crawl itself up to your legs and tries to take a bite out of your ankles, or ankle.
Ankle biter.
But yep, the shield repels it away slightly. Second round, end of second round, top of the third round.
Okay,
Caven, you're...
sorry.
Yep.
So the one that attacked Tulkas didn't move, so he takes 2d8 mental damage.
Okay,
From the
that
agitate
one just crumbles down to the ground. Holding its head as it just kind of makes a weird noise. It probably sounds like a bit of a scream.
Which
and
one
it
was
just crumbles
that?
down. S4.
Oh, S4.
No, I didn't cast it on that one. I cast it on the other one.
The other one next to me went, I think.
Oh, that one's gone. That was... Which one? Oh, but it doesn't matter. One of them dies. They're both on lower hit points. Right. Caven, followed by Harrison.
Okay, Caven and Yelena have this one flanked again, so he's going to go in for the rapier attack again.
Yep.
First roll was, not great, 13.
13 misses.
Yeah, I'm going to take another shot. That's against flat-footed, too.
Yep.
Second one is better, 23.
That does hit, indeed.
Don't forget the second and third attacks are at like minus.
Oh yeah, I'm using Hero Lab. It's doing it all automatically.
Oh, you lucky thing.
Yeah, I took like an hour or two yesterday getting it all set up. So yeah, it's all good. You can trust me. Yeah. So
sensible. I like that.
Another bloody 1 for sneak attack.
Yeah.
And instead of taking that last attack, you see Caven look down at one of his forearms, and he has. If anybody's nearby, Yelena might see this. He has what looks like an old Thessalonian glyph tattooed on his forearm. And he goes on there and kind of puts his hand on it and concentrates on it for a second. And a shimmering field shows up in front of him, a shield spell. And that'll be his third action.
That's fancy.
Very nice. Okay, it's still active. Anything else? That's you, Caven.
Done.
Okay, yes, Harrison, followed by Tolkus.
So,
how we get on.
Being in close proximity of Zamba, is S5 flat-footed in this scenario?
You're not.
S5 has no feet at all. It's on the ground.
I was going to say, apart from the fact it's got no legs or feet.
Okay, so it should be an easier target potentially, but
you have to be opposite, don't you? I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could make it flat-footed by just stepping round.
Okay, I will do that then. So
probably doesn't have attacks of opportunity, so.
No, probably doesn't.
No, so I will step around it.
Would be fun if it did though.
You will get out of my range, but yeah.
Okay.
Into the water?
Is that water or is it just
No,
the stuff that looks like water is water, yeah.
Okay.
Not going to tumble over it.
Because
you can't tumble under it, but it's on the floor more or less, isn't it? So you could tumble over it.
I feel like we're going on a bear hunt.
Gotta go through it.
All right. Okay. So I will.
Bet in chat as to whether he makes it.
So I will. I won't be tumbling. I will just be. I will just be striding.
In Twitch chat points.
Yeah.
And I will, as my second action. So I've strided for my first, and then for my second action, I would attempt to shove the S5 creature. So it will be a athletics check against it.
Okay.
I believe. So nat 20.
So again, remember this one is laying on the floor. Remember that.
Okay. So I will just basically I will attempt to shove it whilst it's on the floor.
Handstand over it.
Well, I'm not tumbling. I'm just shoving it. So I'm just kind of
kicking it.
With a natural 20.
With a natural 20, so I'm shoving it on the floor. And as
it's
I
on the
shove
floor. It's laying on the floor.
Yeah, no, I'm just shoving it around on the floor.
It's like, it's sliding it. It's a big slimy thing with tentacles. It's like, I'll push it around on the floor.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to imagine how that would look like. But
with a natural 20, yes.
Yes.
Okay. That one doesn't have a melee on it actually, so that one is no good. So nothing happens. I'm going to rule it. Nothing happens apart from you sliding this thing around the floor.
Well, actually, a critical success means that I push my opponent 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Which direction do you want to go?
So.
Into Zamba or what?
I will push it to Rupp.
What?
Sliding across my floor.
Why is everyone betraying me?
I'm going to give up in a minute. This is.
And obviously now I have panache again, so I rub my moustache because I've successfully shoved it. Panache, yeah. So I rub my my moustache, and I don't know how it works for the third attempt at striding, because obviously I have more movement left. Whether I can stride again for my third movement.
Yeah, right.
I can't remember.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
Go
just
on,
another
go for
action.
it. So you pushed it away. You're going to go after it now.
I wanted to get panache, so I was thinking of some elaborate ways to get panache. So I thought I'd just shove it.
And
I
then
could
you're going
trip
to kind
it,
of
but it's already
walk
tripped.
after it. You just want to strut, really, don't you? There you go. Okay, so you move up.
You're back in my range now, so now you're.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I'm basically just pushing it around the room.
Okay, I've changed my. That's the wrong dice. I'm going to change my d20 out as well. Right. Okay, Tolkus followed by Zamba.
Right, Tolkus will attack S4 again.
S4
Power
S4,
attack.
S4. Yep, go for it.
And that is 24 to hit.
24 to hit, easy. You just need
And
18.
He takes 4 plus 4.
He's down.
Plus
Yeah.
4. No.
Is that another butthead for you?
Yeah, he's another splitty down the middle of the head.
Okay, well done.
Say, look, brother, another butthead. Why do you have to make a fight so difficult, brother?
I am a screaming wreck behind you. Harrison's pushed.
Why do you always have to scare up?
He's pushed an undead creature right next to me.
Tolkus, do you have anything left?
I've got one action left, so what I will do is just move in between Rup and S6, is it, I think?
S5?
5.
Or S5?
Yeah. You can probably just
S5.
move Rup, just pick him up and put him on your
Yeah,
shoulders.
well, I just step over him because he'll fit between my legs, won't he?
Yeah. Or just slide him out the way.
Do not mean to teabag you, Rup.
Okay.
I just get picked up and then poo, like.
Out the way.
I just go,
Gently does it.
Need to get you like an adventurous backpack with like a big handle on the back of it, so
yeah,
I can
exactly.
carry you.
Yeah.
It's like,
Go.
Like a suitcase. Yeah.
One of those things you put babies in around the front.
A little baby carrier.
Baby Bjorn or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Zamba.
Zamba stepped out.
If you can hear us.
He says he wants to cast heal again with 3 actions. He rolled an 8 on the D8, so all living creatures get healed for 8, and undead take 8 damage.
That all sounds very sketchy to me.
Okay, I'll take.
It's in the chat. They can see it.
I see it. I can see it. Yeah, the audience can't, but we've got text combat coming through.
Are we all still within 30? Looks like we are.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So everyone gets
30 feet goes up to the front of the arc there, the platform.
So the only one still standing is
He also
S5
said
now.
He also says he wants to send me 3 free T-shirts. Oh, he's back, damn it.
Hey, you got it.
Ryan, I will hold you to that. Don't you dare jest now.
Cool. So Ryan, we've used your magic attack, your healing attack.
Yep.
Is that all of your actions, or do you have anything left?
That's all my actions.
Okay, Yelena, followed by Rup.
Okay. Yelena is going to, now that she thinks it's safe where the closet is, not having anyone within a 5-foot radius, she's going to try and use Acid Splash again.
I was wondering where that was going. Can't you wait until Harrison's right by it?
Tempting, but I don't know when he's going to get there.
I could push S5 to it to E.
Then I could get 3 people. Only one of them a party member. Oh no, that misses. I rolled a 4, so that would be an 11 to hit. So
misses.
The floor underneath it gets a bit of acid damage. It kind of starts to sizzle away.
Sizzle sizzles.
Is that will be her turn.
else?
No,
Okay,
that will be
that's
her
fine.
turn.
Rup followed by Elias.
Right, I would like to cast Daze on the Quasit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So has to make a will save.
Oof.
So I kind of use my coin and with like butterflies coming off my coin as it.
I got a
He wasn't the one who
12.
automatically failed his next save, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He fails. Does he crit
it-
fail, or is it?
It just says fail. I got a. It says auto fail. It doesn't say crit fail.
Okay.
But I rolled a 12 anyway, so that's still a fail. So yes, well done.
I assume
so-
you still have to roll to see if it was a crit as well.
Yeah,
But-
maybe.
So you did the right thing.
Um,
So, yeah.
Okay, he takes 4 points of psychic or mental damage.
Oh dear.
Man,
Right.
no.
Yes.
And then for my last bit, I will throw another hard sweet at who is it? Sorry, Caven.
Okay.
And
All
you
the way
get
across the
guidance.
room.
Yeah,
Did you toss me? Sorry, I was looking at chat.
a hard sweet like a.
Werther's originals, just say it, god damn it. Go on, just say it's a Werther's original.
It's lucky.
If anyone from Werther's original happens to be in like
Yeah.
chat and wishes to sponsor.
it's. I said it was like raspberry flavour. I don't know.
I'm sure they do fruity ones now.
Yeah, maybe.
Like a bit of luck, or what is it?
Yeah, no, it's like a guidance. So it's like a hard sweet. It's like in like one of those like twisty wrappers.
Uh huh.
Yeah. So
you use it?
you get guidance. That's all. So plus 1
Okay.
to your next attack roll.
You don't have
Does
to eat
he
it, I
have to
don't
eat
think.
it to get the guidance, or does he just hold it?
No,
and the
he's
powers
fine.
imbued?
He's just lucky.
It's like yum.
And then I run away from S5. Oh, no, I don't have any actions left. I'll just leave there. Okay.
Okay. Elias, you're up. You're on. Oh, there you are.
I
You won't
will
be able to breathe.
use reach spell. I will take a small sling stone out of my pocket, slide into the end of the arcane, and take aim at the quasit on the stage. So I'm going to shoot a telekinetic projectile.
Okay.
Roll to hit, and that is a 9. So that's a miss.
It's a miss. Okay. She's flying above it as well. But yes, that's a miss. Is there anything else you can do?
No, that's all 3 actions because I used reach spell.
Okay. Right. So the quasit is hovering around, flying around, not being in a very good mood, and she mutters under her breath, obviously a spell of some kind, and she aims it off into the corner. So this is Rupp, Tolkus, Harrison, Elias, and Zamba. This is it's a fortitude saving throw of 12, please.
Ruh-roh.
Ace that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I've
I'm
rolled
gonna use
ridiculously high again.
halfling luck.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't forget
No.
hero.
Yeah,
You
don't
got
forget
your hero points. You got your hero
Yeah,
points.
I'm gonna use mine.
Go on then.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Go on then.
Okay,
Go
I am
well.
also-
Really? Come
I
on.
rolled 12
Yeah.
exactly, so.
Oh my
Okay.
god! I got 664. What is this?
Dice
Okay.
Joe.
Okay. Who?
10.
Everyone who succeeded.
Yep.
You still take a slight hit on this. So everyone has a frightened. It's a fear spell. Everyone is frightened for 1 point. Okay. So if you could just kind of the condition of that is the same thing about saving throws.
Yeah.
So fear. I can't
So
find it
it's
now.
yeah. I think it goes
Yep.
goes down at the end of every turn by 1
Yes.
level.
So
And
this
then-
is your value checks, your value to all checks and DCs. Okay, decreases by
Yeah.
1. So yours, everyone who failed, decreases by 2.
Great.
Okay.
I'm even more scared.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice, Theo.
Then normally, yes.
Yeah, look. Cheat sheet.
Okay, and then she has 1 remaining item.
Action?
Action, sorry. That's a 17, and this is at Yelena. She's still holding this white dagger in her hand, and she aims and she throws it at you. So I've got a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Okay. And you see it whiz past you. And then you see it go back, and she catches it.
Oh.
Fancy.
Sneaky.
It's, again, her little screamy voice, which is quite annoying when you have it on. A loop. You might not be able to hear it anymore, but I've got the volume down and I can still hear it.
Yeah, no,
So-
we can hear it. We
You can
thought
hear
for the
it.
longest time it was feedback followed by children running around.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's quite creepy. It is the murder house all over again.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's right. That was her. The last one remaining, the slimy sin spawn. Elias is in the corner, so he's going to go for Elias. He's going to
Oh no,
because Harrison pushed him over there. And I got a. Oh, that's so bad. Right, I got a 12, so that misses Elias.
It
I'm
does.
assuming. I've got your hip, I've got your arm classy, that's fine. Right, top of the round. We are nearly, this is the end of the third round, start the fourth round. It's not looking good. Caven, followed by Harrison, please.
I think this is Caven's last round of being flat-footed. Is that Quasit flying, or is it just
It is.
standing up?
It's just
It's
dancing
flying?
around.
Okay.
It's a tiny creature, but yeah, it's does not like you, and it's got a lot of stuff.
Is it up and like if I was up there with it, is it above me or is it kind of at my level?
If you run up onto the stage, it would still be above you. So it's
Okay.
like 14 foot flying around in the air, 12 to 14 foot, just dancing around.
In that case, Caven is going to run past Elena, get down on one knee, and just kind of slide into the corner there, pick up his short bow that he had dropped before, turn around and take a shot up at it.
Nice. Go for it.
And that'll be
See, that's panache, Harrison.
Yeah.
That's panache.
Well, it's not too panache because it was a 13 to hit.
Well, you
do I get a
missed,
bonus? No, I
but
don't.
it looked really good.
Plus one. It's a 14. It's a 14 with the plus one for the snack, the treat that he gave me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's another plus one in there somewhere, but there's a 14 hit.
It does not, unfortunately. But you manage. You do the move. You slide down on your knees. You pick up the bow. You load the bow. You fire, and she flies out the way. But it looked amazing.
There you go. That's half the battle. That's
Exactly.
Caven's turn.
Okay, Harrison, you're up, followed by Tolkus.
So after pushing S5 into that corner,
Completely
What was
freaking
that
out,
about?
Rupp. He
Harrison
wanted to
is
twirl
going-
his mustache. That was it.
Harrison, after twirling his mustache, is feeling very confident right now. So wants to
And
step
frightened
away
one. But,
and
yeah.
frightened one. Step away from S5. Use
Yeah.
it. So basically, I move 5 feet without triggering a reaction, and I will stride another 20 feet towards the quasi.
Okay.
Right, that's 25 feet of movement today.
Oh, so basically, I move. Yes. Okay. So that's 25 from S5. Okay.
No, it's a 5 foot step away from S5 to avoid the attack of opportunity, and then 25 feet movement for the next action. That puts you there.
I think I would have 20 feet. So basically, just 5 feet backwards because I've only got 25 movement.
But one action.
It is 2 actions. One action is a step. Sorry, Sharon.
No, it's fine. You are explaining what I was explaining, so go for it.
You have to take a 5 foot step to avoid the attack of opportunity. That's one action. The second action is in your 25 foot move, so that puts you there.
Oh yeah. So what I'm saying is, I thought they only had 20 feet after the 5 feet movement. Whether
No,
actually
you
had-
can
okay.
have 25 feet movement for every action you
Excellent.
take.
Cool. Okay, cool. That's fine. So that's yeah, basically that's that. I may be able to try and the dash type action.
You've got one action left, so if you want to take it to move right up to it, that's
Yeah.
possible.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Could you
I'll
not
do
shoot it from where you are with your crossbow?
That would need an action to swap my crossbow.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
So yeah, I'm just up against it now.
Well, it's still flying above you, but you're in the vicinity.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay, Tolkus, followed by Zamba.
Right, Tolkus is just going to power attack S5.
This could be it.
That is 19 total to hit.
That hits. It's just needed 18.
And he takes 3 plus 3 plus 4.
Yeah.
So 10 damage.
You finish this one as well.
He's another
put it out of its
butthead for
misery.
you.
Yes.
Well done.
He got to my chopper.
What? Anything left? Is that all your actions?
That's 2 actions.
Okay.
For my last action, I'll just move as far as I can towards the stairs.
Okay.
It's
Zamba,
25.
you're up, followed by Yelena.
25.
Alright, so with the closet being the last thing alive, I just want to yell up to it because it's up there like flying above Harrison, right?
It is, yes.
I want to just yell, "Hey, what the heck, kid? Stop what you're doing! Come down!" And I want to cast Command.
Oh, you! Well done.
Congrats.
And it makes.
Don't
has to
say
make
congrats. So it's a
will save.
A will save. Here we go.
Nat 1. Nat 1.
No, not 16.
Fails.
Oh,
Yes.
whoa!
So
Yeah,
for
we've
the
got
first,
18s, boy.
You should have done that. You should have walked in the room and go, command.
there's a lot of stuff going on.
There is.
So for the failure, for its first action on its next turn, the creature must use a single action to do as you command.
Oof.
That's it.
Good job. Good job.
Well done.
I guess
Okay.
I'll move up a little bit, just up to like the fountain. And that's it.
Yelena. So would you want? Can you do a command word now? What do you want the Quasit to do?
Was get down, wasn't it?
Land?
Yeah, because I don't know. Does it look like it's actively channeling something?
It's definitely casting spells. It's stopped chanting because the thing it was summoning out of the pool was the sin spawn.
Okay,
So
but it's not.
you interrupted it
what
when everyone
is-
come through the doors. That's why it's
What
really
is
good.
the triangle thing? It looks like lava. What is that?
Don't know. You can go and have
Okay.
a look.
On the stage.
Yeah, I think I would just say get just down. Just
Down.
down, I guess.
You use the word down as part of your command spell, and she kind of looks over to you, and you can see her kind of struggling with it, but she immediately just stops flapping the wings, and she just goes and plummets to the ground and takes some damage.
Cool shaky cam moment. That was good.
Yeah. It's like me trying to get off the counter. Ow.
Yeah. Okay. Yelena, followed by Rup. What would you like to do? The Quasit has just fallen out of the sky and hit the deck.
I can't quite get there, really. I could get there and attack. Still watch the lady going. No, I won't. I'm going to reach out my staff and lightning will crackle down the staff and you need to make a reflex save.
Oh.
Which I'm sure is really good.
No, I got an 11.
Oh, that's a fail. That will be 6 points of electric damage.
Okay, so you see the electric hit her, and it just dances all around, but she doesn't. The Quasit doesn't scream.
That's disappointing.
Weird.
Yep, weird. And I will stay where I am. That will be my turn.
Okay, Rup, followed by Elias.
Yeah, I will first cast Daze again on the Quasit. So will save, please.
I'm going to have to change these dice. I got an 11.
An 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take 4 mental damage, and then I will run out the door.
Bye, Rob. See you next week.
Screaming.
Okay.
As I am frightened. By both magically and non-magically.
Okay. Elias. This one comes off the board.
Up. 25 feet.
Oh, you've gone quiet, Steve.
I'm going to move up 25
Okay.
feet to that position. And then I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out a small ball of spider's web, which I'm going to throw in the direction of the closet, which is currently grounded. All the while doing so, uttering the incantation for the spell Tanglefoot. So that is a vine-coloured sticky sap appears from thin air, flicking from your hand, lashing itself to the target. Attempt a spell attack.
You've gone. I don't know if it's your hand covering your mic, Steve, but you were very quiet. Or are you intentionally trying to be quiet?
A little bit because the kids are asleep.
Okay.
I rolled a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so
this is because I've got that. This is the smackdown. It started, you see, and then it just rolls out.
He's stuck to the ground now. Can't go anywhere.
Yep.
Right.
With the
Yes.
The target is now. You have now have a 10-foot circumstance penalty. Just speeds for 1 round, and if you need to attempt an escape on your turn against my spell DC to remove that penalty.
Okay. Okay.
Nice one.
Well, luckily it's my go, so I will. The command. Yeah, the command put me on the ground. Then I'm dazed, and now you kind of stuck you to the ground.
And is fulfilling the command the first action you have to take?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, how do you want to command me?
I think I already did, right? It was just
just
get
down.
down.
Yeah, straight down.
That's over.
She's stuck. She can't do anything. She's dazed.
Surrender.
No.
What the
She
heck
starts
is
trying
wrong
to
with it?
cut the vines with this glowing knife.
Ah!
You just running away.
Up, running down the corridor.
Halfway to Sandpoint.
I don't think she's going to surrender.
No, neither do I.
How dare you intrude on the mother's sanctum?
Who's the mother?
You will be destroyed for this once I get out of this
Bearskin vines.
Do you think we're gonna have to kill it?
Oh, I think most definitely, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve, you're on mute, I think, if you're talking.
We owe it to Sandpoint to take out any threat.
Mm.
If this thing is leading these goblins, we need to take it down.
And you see her casting another spell. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get my new
Roll your light instead. It's probably gonna.
The light, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You see her chanting. She starts chanting and cutting into her arm. The lava behind starts to kind of glow as the pool with the skulls starts to kind of bubble up again.
Who's is she finished
Rap's
now?
got the right idea, but he's wandered away.
Yeah, but we're still in combat, so we've got to go in.
No,
order
you're kind of out of combat now. She's grounded. She can't do anything. You're there. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna
You can
chop
all
her in
kind of-
half.
Go on. So you climb up the steps onto the
I was
stage.
already. Yeah, I was already
Oh,
only
you're just at
5
the top of the
feet
stairs,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you stride over and.
I'll just stride up to her and yeah.
Coup de grace.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really even need to roll to hit because she can't get away. So the arm class is massively reduced.
Is coup de grace in 2E?
I've not seen it in the book, but it probably is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not in the same way. You get it as an extra at higher levels.
Of course.
So Tulkas strides up, hefts his mighty axe above his head, and brings it down.
Executioner style.
Just as she kind of screams out,
The mama will get your soul!
and then she dies, screaming.
And Tulkas says, "You didn't see that coming, did you?"
Right, so we loot the place and go get a drink at the Rusty Dragon?
I think so. It
Oh, the
sounds
Rusty
like a
Dragon's
perfect
our
idea.
favourite inn.
So you have a quick search around, and what you find on the closet, and let me switch to the other piece because there was a. If I can find her, is that there? There you go. So there's a pit. I've just put it up on Twitch. So this is what she looked like, the female closet. So she had the dagger, which, and again, I'll tell you just what it is, so you can list it and we can figure out what happens next time. It is a +1 dagger, a cold iron returning dagger. Okay, so whoever's marking that down in your backpacks, please do. Whoever's the banker.
Do any of us use the dagger?
I do, but I'm not going to be around every week, so I don't know.
Just take it anyway. It'll be fine.
Maybe propping up the bar.
We've also got. She was also wearing a very tiny tiara. The tiara is worth 50 gold pieces. She has. It's a bit damaged now. She was also wearing a black silk gown, quite tiny, worth 25 gold pieces. She's holding an obsidian unholy symbol as well. And that has a value of 10 gold pieces. And that's everything you find in the... we're wrapping up, fairly soon because obviously it's gone past midnight now where we are. So we're going to kind of fast forward a little bit. You've managed to kill the boss closet. I wish we could keep
It's only
going.
4:30 here.
Yeah. I wish we could keep going. So you then...
It's Friday here.
It is now. It is Friday now.
Just to give you an idea of the difference.
And then you start to...
Sounds good.
You start to get yourself together, head back to town to heal your wounds, stock up on supplies, various things, and make your way back to the Rusty Dragon.
I get the feeling this is not over.
Not quite. Inside the Rusty Dragon, there is a Miko. And she welcomes you with open arms. She's still a bit busted. She has her arm in a sling, and you can see all the bruises that she had from there. She says, Zamba, thank you very much for finding my friends and for looking after them. You've brought them back in one piece at least. Thank you.
Oh, hey, no problem. You should, keep an eye on Harrison. He's a little fragile,
I've noticed that with the years I've known him. He's I don't know why, but there's something about him. I don't know why. I think he can be redeemed. He's not as sometimes the shallowness you can see behind the veil, and there is a soul of some kind.
Oh,
So,
yeah, of course. I just mean, you should look at his bruised knee. He's been complaining about it.
Oh, he has a bruised knee. Maybe we'll get Befana looking after that one. I think.
I say to Emiko, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Nice, there it is.
Harrison, it's a Miko, not Emiko. A Miko. How many times?
As he's on the floor like Peter Griffin, clutching his knee, going, ah! Ah!
And Caven, as you walk into the bar and you kind of look around the familiar setting, you see on one of the tables is two of your friends from your Black Arrow group.
Jack, Vale, thanks for coming to rescue me.
And the biggest guy kind of steps up and he's got an eye patch. He's very well dressed and adorned with lots of weapons. and there was an air of seriousness about him. But he kind of strides over to the bar. You see lots of kind of patrons turning their heads as he walks past, and extends his arm, warm and lovingly to you, in a good grip, and he pats you on the back and says, "Well done. We've even we did get worried after the first few days, but we knew you'd survive this. It's good to see you again, Caven."
We should get back to Turtleback Ferry to report in on what we found, but just a moment. Ameko, good to see you again as well. How are you?
And you, Caven. I am very well. My new friends here have managed to save me from a very nasty fate. It's I'll heal. It'll just take a little bit of time, and we're still kind of getting over the news and the shock of it all.
I heard a bit about what happened. I'll check with you in a moment. I was going to ask you, I need to send these folks to where we saw the goblins gathering, Thistletop, but they haven't been there before. Do you happen to have maybe a map of the Sandpoint hinterlands or anything that might help guide them?
Yes, Bafana, go and get the hinterlands map. And Bafana kind of stumbles out from behind the bar, the little halfling, and hands you a hinterlands map, which you will receive next session.
And Caven takes it out and shows it to you and shows you where Thistletop is. And again, if you just go along the coast about 6 miles to the east and you cross the Thistle River, and it's through the Nettle, I think it's called the Nettle Woods, which is a rather dangerous place, so it might be a dangerous journey. And then the island is connected there by a short, very rickety old bridge. So that's how you're going to have to get there. So just be safe and be careful on your way out there, but I think that's where you're going to find your Nuelia.
Thanks for the help.
Thank you.
Of course. If you ever find yourself up at Turtleback Ferry, come and look me up. We're up by the lake, by Clay Bottom Lake. Love to have some, redeem some of my winnings, Harrison. Yelena, I'll keep these arrows to remember you by.
Pleasure.
Maybe I'll give you a chance to win some of that.
Me.
I appreciate that. Harrison, maybe I'll give you a chance to win that money back.
Of course. Maybe we could double down and go for 20.
You're on. My friend just came back from the shackles and found an old board game called Wyvern's Run. Wyvern's Run. Maybe we can give it a shot.
Sounds good.
All right, it's on.
We hope to cross paths with you again.
I hope that you create a lot more buttholes.
Butt
heads along your way.
Zamba's just like, what?
My mistake.
And Zampa, thank you for your assistance also.
Oh,
I see what they call you, Tookus.
Thanks very much. I hold out a hand.
It's good to meet you. Yes. Kind of shakes your hands.
Yeah, I palm you an empty sweet wrapper and cast guidance on you one last time.
I'll use that. Professor, it's good to meet you as well.
Safe journey, Caven, and thank you for all of your assistance.
You're very welcome, and Zamba, you as well.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna miss you.
Maybe we'll cross paths again. Mako runs some good gaming nights here as well. Maybe I'll see you in one of those. I pass through here every now and again.
Oh, I sure hope so. I do love a good game.
Oh yes, we have a dedicated Wormwood gaming table just upstairs.
Wormwood.
Oh, those are the best.
That's the best ones ever made.
They are.
I didn't even know they were sponsoring us.
They're not. But there's always hope.
But if they'd like to, I also have my Die-Hard dice. We could play with these.
There we go. You see, we can do this. It might happen one day. Who knows? We got to. It might happen one day. Let's we'll try it. Yeah. We're gonna wrap it up there. We're gonna have a few pints, raise some huzzas, as our heroes have managed to survive their first kind of little dungeon delve. Remember, and by the way, to actually celebrate, you are now level 3.
Ooh,
yay!
So we'll do that offline.
Dizzy heights of level 3.
Level 3, bring it on. And
basically
when we come
gods.
Back, yes, basically gods.
When we come back next week, we'll be doing some shopping. Okay,
Yay!
You get to spend your ill-gotten gains, your treasures. You get to have a proper little session of doing that before we head off into the next piece.
Hey, Tulkas,
Yes, Samba.
do you think maybe you'll be back?
I'll be back.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. And on that note,
Next
thank
time.
you
Next
everyone
time.
for joining us live in Twitch. But before you go, just in case, let's do one last thing. Ryan, did you want to give away a t-shirt?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
Go on then. Steve, set one up and we'll roll it out. If you're watching us on Twitch, what's the magic word, Steve?
Butthead.
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 Butthead it is.
Yay!
Okay. Is that one or two T's?
2 T's,
You're on
I
mute,
think.
Steve. You're on mute.
2 T's. It's 2 T's.
2 T's. So if you're in live chat, that's it. For the last son there. Exclamation butthead. For a chance to win a Session 0 t-shirt.
See who of my friends is still out there. I recognize Chav Hunter.
Chav Hunter, we've seen Chav Hunter a few times. Maguire Review, hi Josh, you still with us? Thank you very much for joining us. We've overrun a little bit, we're about 40 minutes over, but we're still going.
Well, it's only work tomorrow. Who cares?
Yeah, this is fun. Again, I can't say it enough. Thank you Ryan for joining us. Thank you THEO for joining us.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoyed it. It's more laughs than
Yeah.
serious play, but that's always it's what we do.
That's what I like.
Grady's still in there. Hi Grady, thanks for. How much did you get any work done? Is it you're just hanging out?
I think I heard him talking to his parents a minute ago. I think Great Ghost Girl's also at work. My owl from Humblewood, nice to see you.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Chav Hunter.
Like we say it kind of we kind of briefly mention it every time, but
Cassie.
if you're a writer, an artist, a creator, and you'd like to come on as a guest, please do get in touch. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff, smoke signals, whatever you want to do. Just open a window and just shout. It might work, it might not. But we would love to have you on the show. We help promote what you do, share what you do, which is more important. And wherever you are, stay happy, stay safe. It's a bit of a strange time, and it's all across the world. So we are talking with people in Australia, in America, in Europe, and we're just in the UK here. So we're in the middle. So it's fantastic to have met everyone who I've met so far, and to talk with you. It's great. So we're all in this together, and we're all doing little bits and pieces to help each other. So let's keep doing that. Who won, Steve? Let's pick a winner. This is to win a Session 0 t-shirt. Can they win anything? Can they win anything from the shop? Ryan's
Sure,
like,
why not?
yeah.
Wow.
Yay!
It's the power of
the Maguire Review has
Yeah,
won
the
us a t-shirt.
That's Josh. Well done, Josh. You just won a t-shirt. Well done. Fantastic. We are going to wrap it up there, folks. That's it. To my players, just hang on for a couple more minutes while we unravel this thing. And we'll see you again next week. See you then. Be safe. Bye.
Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper now.
You come on.
Well, I'll let you say some more. Go on. The credits are up, but go on. Say some more.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?